Hello, hello, hello. There we go. How are we going today, everybody? We are going to be jumping back into Lonetrail after taking a little bit of a break in between the last time we jumped into here. But just jumping in, I have been watching social media a bit and seeing all the stuff coming out for Enfield at the moment. They are really ramping up, huh? Their marketing is in full swing at the moment, which makes me think that Enfield is slated to release in December. I reckon it's going to happen. I reckon they've got the network testing going on at the moment in China to test it all out and make sure that their connections are all good. Connections are all good. Give it like a week over there. I'm not actually sure if they've said how long it's going to be in test for, but they'll leave it over there for like a week, and then I reckon we'll see it finally release. And I reckon they'll go for a global release. Why? Because I think Arknights has been a pain in their ass at the moment, the way it's done, with China being like 6 months ahead of global. So I have a feeling they're going to want to kind of meet them perfectly together when they release. Or I could be wrong and it comes out in China in December and then we've got to wait. Global has got to wait like 6 months, like March or something like that. I really hope that's not the case because the game is looking pretty damn good. I haven't spoiled myself too much on it. I watched a stream very briefly just to see how it was going, how their thoughts on it and everything, and it looked pretty good. But again, I didn't watch it for terribly too long. So we'll dive in fully into Enfield once Enfield does finally release, though. But we are here today to mine ore. Oh, beautiful. Get loot. Hold up. I have this muted, I think. I do. There we go. Boom, back to full screen. Get some loot, and let's do our free roll before it expires. Let's see if we get anything good here. Nope, it's just a blue. Scavenger. Turn that off. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. All right. Well, we didn't get it with that one. That's okay. We've got a few, like a week, and actually, I think it's a couple of weeks, isn't it, to go on that banner. So, plenty of chances. I'm not going to bother with any of this stuff. Let's just jump straight into Lonetrail. A new age is upon us. Ooh, our investigation is done. Max. All right. Technology things. Stage not unlocked. Investigation result. Yoink, I'll take that. Alright, we still only have Melanite. We should pick up Silence here in the next one, I think. I think we're up to episode 5. Oh, no. No, we are not. We are not even up to 4. It looks like we've got another pretty big story chunk here to start off with, so let's jump in. Last time, a refresher kind of for me and for you guys, I guess. Last time, something from space fell down in one of the factory sections of Colombia. A bunch of the Rhodes Island / Rhine lab people went out searching and trying to figure out what exactly had crash landed, but the area had been kind of cordoned off. The military was trying to assassinate the prime minister, the president. I'm not sure what he was called, what his title was, but the leader of, no, vice president. It was vice president. They were trying to assassinate the vice president, which didn't go through. But they did for some reason. Oh no, yeah, their backup plan was to explode the pipeline, which they did. But it seems Ryan Labs / Rhodes Island were pretty much aware that that was going to happen. So they essentially sent a decoy out to do that. So the vice president is now going on the backup plan path to get back to his residence, and is alive. So I guess the military screwed up there. Interesting to see what the fallout is of that, if they actually know it was the military or not. And Ifrit got caught up in that as well. She ended up getting like buried under the rubble after the explosions went off. But I think she's all good. I don't know where Rosmontos is at the moment. Oh, she's with the doctor. Yes. Okay, she's with the doctor in Saria. Yes. All right. Let's just make sure I'm up to date of what happened. There was always a sacrifice to be made behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where we're up to. All right. Restless waves. Big story chunk incoming. Danger rushes in like a tidal wave. Let's go. Ooh, do I remember the voices I was doing beforehand? Probably not. It's going to be all over the place. Let's go. Ooh, actually, what is my... Hold up. Why is my camera down here? It's blocking the text. Boom, there we go. Alright, that should be fixed. Nice. Alright. Silence, finally! Ever since I entered the city, I've been wondering when I could get to see you. Silence? Ifrit, come over here. Don't worry, Silence. I'm all good here. Good enough to knock out a row of bad guys while carrying you in one arm and running laps around them. If you don't believe me, I'll even carry Saria with my other arm just to prove it. Stop speaking for a bit. You'll affect the drone readings. Oh, okay. Silence lowers her head to examine Ifrit just like she used to do, with the same meticulous and gentle manner as ever, but Ifrit still feels very nervous. She has never been scared of Silence getting angry at her. One of the first things she learned growing up was that Silence's anger stemmed from a concern for her. She knows that after Silence is angry, she helps her take care of things that were doing her harm, and helps her chase off the things that were scaring her. It was not real anger, but Ifrit is scared of this silent silence. Lol. Good words there. Silent silence. When Silence does not show an ounce of anger and rather is quieter than usual, she realizes something must have hit Silence's limit. The skies in Trimounts are always gloomy and grey, and the storm clouds are as big as the monsters. No wonder you used to always walk into my room with your hair all drenched. Oh, the hot dogs? Do you like them? The doctor bought some for me and Rosmontos, and I want to try one with strawberry-flavored syrup next time. That doesn't sound like that would work at all. Strawberry with a hot dog. Yeah, I'm not about that. Silence? I decided to come here myself. I bothered Dr. Calzit about it for a long time, and also write the doctor a super long letter. I completed all my courses and trainings in the last few years. I could do a whole lot of missions, just like you and Saria. Blood originium crystal density has slightly increased. Oh, because she got involved in the explosion beforehand, which had the originium, the liquid originium in it, I think it was. So it looks like it has actually affected Ifrit here. What are the estimated rates of increase for that and for cell fusion assimilation? For now, they're within controllable ranges. We won't know the rest of the results until Ifrit returns to the land ship for a comprehensive examination. If you want me to return to the land ship, you guys still don't trust me? No, Ifrit, I trust you, but there shouldn't be a need for any buts here with Saria around. 4 years ago, I was in this very city, and under the very same signboard. I almost lost you forever. Back then, she was at your side too, no different than right now. But I lived, and I've been living good. Saria protected me, so this time I can protect you and everyone with her. Ifrit, listen to Silence. She's your doctor, and you should trust her the most. But I trust you too. I trust the doctor and Rosmontos too. There's no difference in the amount of trust I have in you guys. Saria, I saw you the other day. You were with that mysterious man in a trench coat at Triton Factory in District 13. And on the very same day, something fell from the sky. So you were there too. Just another Rhine-related secret experiment, right? Of course you won't answer, because this is you trying to protect me and Afreet. Just 10 minutes ago, Afreet stopped an assassination attempt on the Vice President. What? I'm not trying to conceal information from you, Silence, but what I have on hand is also very limited. There are simply too many different factions involved in this, and all I can do is try my best to prevent the situation from deteriorating even further. We must put this back on the right track. I've heard that line from Director Saria too many times. You were always in control of the situation back at Rhine Lab, but those horrifying experiments kept popping up, one after another. There will always be someone hurt by the ambitions of another, and these wounds won't simply be healed by criminal charges and trials, not to mention a trial that should never have happened in the first place. I can't help but wonder, when you people finally extinguish this fire, just how many will be left lying in the ruins, breathing their last breaths just like Afreet was. You perceive the situation more thoroughly and clearly than I can, but you still choose out of habit to help them control. You hope to minimize any damage and preferably shrink it until it becomes unnoticeable, rather than put a stop to the immortality at its source. I can't deny that. Saria, I've been waiting years to ask you a question. Your inability to make a genuine stand against Rhine. Is it because deep in your bones, you've always been the same as them? The same as Control? An arrow? Sniper? Silence, get down! Afreet! What? Oh. Did Saria just get shot? Saria? White calcium crystals float before her eyes. Oh, Saria using her arts to block the fucking bullet. They had briefly protected her and Afreet just moments ago, but now they disintegrate silently as the caster falls. Oh. Oh, okay, maybe not. Confirmed hit on the target. Oh my god, they're going after Saria as well? What? Great. This high-powered energy weapon is capable of blasting a hole open through an armored vehicle, and yet it wasn't able to penetrate her arts. This damned Voiva and her arts are tough as shit, harder than power armor. You mean to say there's a possibility she might survive? Possibility. I'm so fed up with that word. All those researchers tossing it around. What I want is results. Definite results. Then what happened with the Vice President? Maylander won't give us a second chance. The op team is still on standby. Should we order them to withdraw? No need. Give them something else to do. Just like how we dealt with that eyesore of a Voiva. Don't let anyone causing chaos in Rhine get off scot-free. It's time for these idiots who think they can do whatever they want with just a few companies under their belts to wake up. No one can challenge the Colombian army's authority on Colombian soil and get away with it. Move! Blake, I didn't give you Ryan's contacts for you to drag it into the gutter. Which is why you've used your channels within Rhine. The guilty are often the first to complain, Ferdinand. Are you aware of your current situation? Someone disrupted the intel, and the detonator went off too early. And now, reporters have already spun the story that this has nothing to do with Jackson at all. What did you say? I said the assassination failed. Are you satisfied? Come on, Ferdinand. Put away whatever weapon you're hiding. Do you really think you can even leave a scratch on me? Relax, I don't blame you. Blake pats Ferdinand's cheek twice. Ferdinand expected Blake's eyes to be filled with a murderous intent, but to his surprise, all he sees is a smile. Carrying out an assassination within Rhine given our current intel would have been extremely difficult, even without your meddling. And even now that company's all that's on your mind. Loyalty to your own desires isn't necessarily a bad thing, though. I'm serious, Ferdinand. It's an admirable trait. You're fit to be a soldier. But now that we've failed, what of it? This is just the beginning. It's a good thing that Maylander has us pinned down. Do you know just how many of my superiors have been waiting ages to strike out against them? Before the situation spirals out of control, our losses will only win me more support. And if things really spiral, trust me, you don't want to know how things will end for me. Of course, I can't guarantee how they end for you either. Oh my god, that piano. Sick. I'll stick to our agreement to help you find Kristen. We can still turn the tables once we have her in our grasp. That goes for the both of us, and Ryan too. I'll go meet with Yara. Sure, by all means. Let's see if it's luck or fate that will catch up to us first. Squad A, search that side. Squad B, conduct your search over there. Our targets are a hooded figure with no weapon, and a feline girl able to use highly lethal arts. It's Rosmontos. Would you like to get squished? Doctor, my terminal lit up. That means it's time for me and Afreet to meet up, but I can't sense her presence. She probably found Saria. Ryan should be safe for now. This place isn't safe at all. There are too many laboratories here. They all have the same white walls, just like a maze. Afreet hates this kind of place the most. Whenever she talks about those memories, her breaths become shorter and her hands get cooler than usual. I want to go find her. I don't want to see my friend get hurt. These walls aren't so tough. Just give me the order and I can get out of here with ease. Now, let's not be hasty. Thank you very much for choosing not to smash up our walls. We imported the material from Casimir's. They're very expensive. There's no need to be so nervous, little girl. As you can clearly see, I'm only a businessman. Nothing but a fountain pen and a wallet in my pocket. Hello there. Didn't expect to see you here, Director Fitzroy. Ah, sure enough. My next meeting just happens to be around the corner, so I figured I would greet our guests on my way over. Areas C and D have been searched. There's a ton of conference rooms in front. Prepare to check them one by one. Enemies in the corridors. A lot of them too. Give me the order, Doctor. We have company. A hero working behind the scenes to prevent a terrible conspiracy, but soon to become the target of a clandestine arrest. In Colombia, these sorts of stories are common enough, and such a script wouldn't fetch a good price in Rankwood. At the end of the day, is it a party being obstructed by the establishment and wanting to punish them for it? Or the other party dispatching a commission to let this yet-to-be-exposed deal sink into the abyss? What do you think? Seems like there's no need for guesses here. You included, Director Fitzroy. Surely you showed up here at this moment for more than a greeting. Oops, would you just look at the time? They're waiting for me to start our meeting. I hope I haven't disrupted your plans too much just by stalling you a bit. Doctor, please stand back. I'm going to begin attacking. Director Fitzroy. My friends call me Justin Jr. Justin Jr. The military seeing us together won't be good for you. What if I told them that the young and beautiful feline lady by your side has something to do with a top-secret military experience that should rightfully be covered in dust and long unused? Is that a threat from an enemy? The choice lies with you. Do remind me, just how many of our excellent employees have you already poached from Ryan Lab? Was it 8 or 10? Yara has been thinking about getting acquainted with whoever runs your HR. Since Rhodes Island and Ryan Lab have been cooperating so closely, the next time we meet, I might even have a contract for you with an offer you can't refuse. Rhodes Island thanks you for your interest. Alright, I won't bother you and Miss Feline here any longer. By the way, Dr. Serpentine, after you get back, please do ask Mulesice a question for me. When she goes out to eat, what's her preferred cuisine? A weird question. Only one conference room left. The target is most likely inside. Prepare to breach. It's empty. Did you hear a sound just now? What sound? The sound of water. Ah, how wonderful it is. It's a lively energy, strong enough to fight even fate itself. Mulesice was there? What's she doing?
Saria! Saria! She's not responding. No way. Her head suffered a serious impact, and though her vital signs are there, she's still in critical condition. She needs emergency treatment. Afreet, help me lift her arms. Ugh, so heavy. Don't even think about hurting Saria again. Silence, I can burn a way out of the... Silence, I can burn a way out of for us, and we can go try and meet up with the doctor. No, the people watching us are definitely also after Rhodes Island. Yes, the military is already inside, Ryan, and your friends might not be able to protect themselves. Director Yara? Come with me, kids. I can't just sit by and watch the other founder of Ryan Lab fall here.
Wait, is Silence a founder? I didn't think she was a founder. Oh, Saria. Right. Duh.
Mr. Vice President, Congress called back. It's regarding the bill to dismantle those military bases. They're ready to move the hearing up. In addition, the justice who reached out to us earlier has hinted that she's willing to cooperate with us to overturn the previous ruling. The military is going to pay for their recklessness. We have an optimistic estimate that Colonel Blake will be out of Tri-Mounts within the next 12 hours. Everything is waiting for your decision, sir. The call should come in, Pavard.
He nailed it. He's an oracle, man.
Yes, this is the Vice President's temporary office. Yes, he's right next to me. Yes. Mr. Vice President, it's... Hand it over, I know who's looking for me. Alright. I understand. I feel the same. I'm not about to let everyone down at this critical juncture. Mr. Vice President, about the bill. Shelve it. There's no need to put this matter on the agenda for the next 6 months. Is that an order from the Maylander Foundation? Bavard, how many casualties were there in the last mess from your report? We eliminated 30 military operatives. And how much money do we spend on training these soldiers every year? 3 million to train a combat-ready man to DoD standards, sir. So, we basically just lost 90 million in cash and 30 outstanding talents. That's right. So there's no need to ask whose orders it is. It's a decision that's in the best interest of Columbia. Go get me a meeting with Blake. Time for us and the DoD to work together. Understood. I'll always remember the day the election results came in, when I thought smugly to myself that I could finally sit behind the desk of my dreams, and I received the biggest shock of my life. Back then, I almost thought my country was caught up in a huge conspiracy, but I've come to realize that's not what's happening. Columbia isn't wrapped up in any conspiracy, and Maylander isn't the shadow government I thought it was. It's just silly things happening in an orderly way. That's what makes it seem like we've been making real progress.
Is Maylander meant to be... Are they meant to be CIA? Maybe? They're giving that kind of vibe.
But I'm still just a regular guy. Every now and then, something crazy pops into my head. If I really was caught in that explosion, then would I be remembered as a martyr for Columbia? Or just tossed in the dustbin of history as some incompetent politician? What do you think? The Vice President looks around the empty office, as if waiting for the omnipresent heir to answer his question.
Okay, it could be two people. It could be Mule Sice in there, which I don't know why he'd be talking to Mule Sice. Or it's Holiak.
Then the man standing so close to the apex of Columbian power sighs.
Oh, is there no one there? What?
The military won't be bothering you any longer, so why the long face? Hello, Hayek. You're a difficult woman to reach.
Well, she turned up anyway, I guess, right?
Sorry about that, boss. Sorry about that. My boss, who I've not seen in a long time, has popped on over to Tri-Mounts. I needed some time to compile my reports. I'm afraid the Tin Man has forgot to send me any copies. And that's why I've come to answer your question personally. As long as it's something I know, I'm happy to tell all. Alright. You're the primary representative for the Maylander Foundation's Ryan Lab desk. So tell me, Where exactly is the main instigator of all this malarkey? Where is Kristen Wright right now? It is in a place that not even the finest of Columbia's commanders are able to reach. A place never documented by the Maylander Foundation. There's nowhere in Columbia like that. Not on any map of the country, at least for now. Even though the location might overlap with our territory, it is truly out of our line of sight. So you mean... Mr. Vice President, you are no doubt familiar with Project Exploration, an archaeological undertaking spanning multiple years led by the Maylander Historical Association. Or rather, our Tin Man. Those ancient ruins buried under the vast wasteland. Exactly. Coincidentally, we also came across this information during a recent raid operation on Rhine-related personnel. Exploration records. These records are currently in the hands of a former executive of Rhine Lab, a close friend of Kristen Wright's, as well as an offshore company with an existing criminal record in Colombia. And it is the most coincidental thing that this company called Rhodes Island has a working relationship with my dear leader, the Tin Man. Oh god, we're gonna have to remember his accent. A water purification and circulation system. You could also say it's a sewage drain. It used to have another name. Locus of Sorcery. Once the most primitive weapons of witchcraft from the Tikaz. So that's its actual full name. To think that it was installed on the Pioneer Team's nomadic temporary housing. Though it's certainly that the device's core components have already long been lost. All that is left are the outermost pipes, and you people had a reasonable idea of how to recycle it. I would take that as a compliment on behalf of the Colombians, madam. This country has gone through hard times. During the Great Expansion, when supplies were scarce, every object was classified into only one of two qualities, useful or useless. This may be a medium of some magnificent memories in your eyes, but to the ordinary people living in Colombia, they are useful pipes that would not be rusting any time soon. After all, no matter how old an object is, or how great an error it has seen, those unable to be comprehended by people of the current era will be no different from scrap. Our known levels of understanding are but restricted by our own time and space. You and I are not exempt either, and the same goes for Kristen Wright. She couldn't have drawn her power from a Tikaz-like legacy, and whatever outside force she has borrowed power from is much more powerful than that. There are still 32 technologies waiting to be ruled out. Most of these are not on the Maylander Historical Association's exploration records. I presume you won't be needing my company for whatever is coming next. Sure enough, but this will not affect our partnership with Maylander. Yes, indeed. This has always been your way of going about things. You're hoping that Kristen will not get a hold of that technology. But you also hope that Columbia won't be able to prematurely pocket that fortune for themselves. Still the same as always, selfless and neutral. I have one more thing to ask of you. We can discuss that first, madam. Dr. Serpentine and those two girls. As you've said, there are some roads that only I can take. I'd like to trouble you to take care of them when it's inconvenient for me to do so. Oh, I've misjudged you. You have changed after all, madam. You're more humane than you once were. No one or thing is forever unchangeable, Revenant, Mr. Tin Man. All we can do is to accept these changes. Hey, Doctor, you good? I should rein in the water and not let it enter the respiratory tract. Or could it be that my skills have gotten rusty after not using them for so long? The doctor probably bumped that hood on something and passed out. So sorry. It's all 'cause of that Justin Jr. He suddenly dumped a stack of papers on me. Said all the directors have to fill them out or we won't get our funding for next year. That was close. Almost didn't make it. Didn't make what? Oh, you're awake, Doctor. I'm guessing mule size. Yep. Good morning. No, good evening. This isn't Ryan. Yep. I was manipulating my water around when I knew you were in trouble. The two of you were about to be discovered when I found you, so I wrapped you up in water and brought you here. I was in a hurry, so excuse the bumpy ride, Kay. Actually, I'm getting the sense that she has like... she probably has like a Californian accent. The way her mannerisms are written and everything. I owe you one. You've saved me once, and now I got you back. Oh, and who knows whose turn it'll be next. Doctor, I know you just woke up, but I gotta tell you some bad news. It seems like Saria got attacked at the same time you were. Is she okay? I'm not sure about the specifics, but that's Saria, you know? Harder than diamonds? She wouldn't be any serious danger, right? The big question is what to do next. You must have gotten the feeling that once the military gives you a warning, they don't give up so easily. So your situation here is... Actually, Rhode Island's situation is far from hunky-dory. Rosmontis. Rosmontis? Outside. The corridor. Someone is walking towards us. Huh? But I was so cautious on the way here. The army couldn't possibly have tailed us that easily. Or could it be the Maylander guys, like Mr. Tin Can and his pets? Secret agents like to pop up like this, don't they? Rosmontis, is it the Tin Man? I don't know. I don't feel anything special. The feeling I'm getting is, very normal. Mule Size, can you take a look around the area? You want me to send a few eyes out there? You got it. Water drop sound. Oh, finally. Sorry, am I late? I wanted to see you as soon as you got to the Tri-Mounts. Fortunately, my work took much longer than expected. You're... Wait, I remember that mug from the docks. You're Loken Williams. Loken? Yes, it is I. You must have received my letter, Narcissa. Who is Narcissa? Oh my god, is that Rosmontis' name? My name is Rosmontis. It's my only name. You... no matter. What's important is that you've come. To tell the truth, I've been a bit nervous ever since I sent the letter. To see that you're willing to meet me makes me a very happy man. Oh god, don't tell me he was the scientist that was putting her through those experiments. Boom. Alright. Chapter episode 4, whichever one we want to go with. Rising waves, to go with the flow or against it. Oh, okay. Gravity. Oh, actually, no, gravity can still help us here. I'm noticing there's a lot of push and pull. Actually, more so push here with the holes in the ground. So we might bring some people that can push. Let's see. Let's switch out Asgen. And is Enforcer? Does Enforcer push? Yes, Enforcer does push. Moderately. This is significantly. Yeah, we're going to keep significantly, I think. 20. 20 is a long time, actually. No, we're going to take moderately. We'll just deal with killing the big guys. Dorothy's really... we'll keep Dorothy, I guess. A free is probably horrible here. Melanite. We have to keep Melanite, right? Let's get rid of Saria. Let's make Horn our main tank for this stuff. For this storyline. We got any other pushes? Gladiator pulls, right? Towards, yeah. Rope pulls. Shore pushes. I guess. Guess we could do shore. Sure. Sure, we'll do shore. Cool. Let's go with this. You wrote the letter? You wanted me to come here? Yes, my child. I even wanted to go looking for you myself. But time is short. I had no choice but to have a friend deliver that letter to Rhodes Island. Yes, Rhodes Island. That's what it was. And after the disaster, I heard that organization took you in. Have they been treating you well? They are my family. Dr. Calzit, Amia, the doctor, Blaze, Radian, and everyone in the squad. They're all my family. So you mean you found a new family? The frail man coughs violently, and his naturally crooked body seems to droop even lower. He stares at Rosmontas as if wanting to go move to her, but a thin wall of water stops him in his tracks. Oh, Mulesice is protecting Rosmontas? Yes. Mulesice knows who he is, and so do you. This is the very same name that cropped up many times in Rosmontas' files. Have I not read Rosmontas' files? We might have to do that after this. The criminal that should have been well behind bars has suddenly appeared before you, acting as a grandparent, rushing to visit his grandchild after work. You came alone. This is what I wanted. Nothing to do with anyone else. Let me get a good look at you. Fuck, she doesn't even remember him. Damn. You've grown up, girl. Over the past 4 years. No, should be 5 soon enough. I've thought of you so many times while we've been apart. Whenever I think about the time we were separated from each other, I just feel so sorry. Coughs up a lung. I'm sorry that I couldn't protect you from them. Those mediocre hacks with their superficial goals. They destroyed the future we could have had together. A future? Were we supposed to live together? But I don't remember you. Should I have remembered this? I record everything I don't want to forget in my terminal. You've forgotten who I am. Have you lost all your memories and forgotten the wrongs I've done? Are you a bad man? Did you do something bad to me? That's not for me to answer, my child. It would make this meeting meaningless. Your memory loss. It should not have been an effect of the experiments. Could there have been another party? Maylander, or perhaps Rhine? Don't aim those eyes at my way, Mr. Williams. I'm just the teensy-weensy director of ecological. Besides, even if the old goat was here, his precarious code of ethics wouldn't be any worse than yours, right? This has nothing to do with ethics. Rhodes Island. Did you wipe the girl's memories and manipulate her emotions? Fucking Amia did, right? Isn't this the work of Amia? I'm pretty sure. Oh, was it not Amia? Because I know Rosmontas was getting like super upset in Chernobog. And then Amia had to come along and like calm her and like do her brain magic stuff. I guess she didn't wipe her memory, she just calmed her down, right? Made her be able to deal with it better. I won't dignify that with a response. Yes, you couldn't have done that. It was my work after all. I was so meticulous that no one could have possibly stripped away such an important part of her when her vitals were functioning normally. Oh, I see now. It was me after all. Perhaps I didn't make enough observations. Yes, we didn't have the luxury of time. The pressure of consciousness is honestly beyond anything a layman could comprehend. Or could it be that you passed your memories onto your sibling? Rosmontas has a sibling? I don't know how to answer that. There must be a way. Let me think. Any fragment of that incident is beyond meaningless, same as the records and data. They all belong in the garbage dump. But emotion, shape, sense. Oh yes, smells, that's it.
Don't get closer.
Floral scent? This smells like crushed juice, smeared on the walls and on my hands. No, no. Stop thinking about it. I don't want this. Yes, I knew it. I'm still somewhere in your memories. Please, child, bring out those memories. Remember your hatred for me. Let your anger fill your body, your mind, your omnipresent spirit.
Stop.
You're hurting her. Hurting her? No, her pain comes from the past, not the present. I only want to give her the gift she's been longing for. This is not a gift. Do you actually understand her pain? Everything you know about her and her experiences is second-hand information from Maylander. Don't you think she has the right to be angry, to hold resentment? Oh, I know. Both you and Maylander are walking the same path. You want her easy to control because you're afraid of her. Afraid of a weapon of reignited anger. Weapon. Everything you experience with Rosmontas in Chernobog comes flooding back before your eyes. The fights desperate with determination to live alongside the pain of farewells. Yes, you've heard the term used many a time in the past to describe the feline girl by your side. She felt it was harsh before, but this time it's unbearable. Because it came out of Loken Williams's mouth. The root cause that led Rosmontas here in the first place. You have many ideas on how to refute his claims. It also occurs to you that if Calzit were here, she would be capable of coming up with an even more extensive response. But another thought comes to mind before your words. Yeah, fuck this bitch. Punch him. Gah! I see you're outraged by my words. That's fine. You're not willing to think of her as a weapon. But just look at her. She's standing in front of you. Even wielding a sword for you.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Is she wielding a sword? I don't think she actually has a sword, right? Unless he's classifying these things as swords.
Doctor, please get behind me. My sword might be about to pierce through the building's outer wall. Rosmontas, you... Enemies. There are enemies closing in quickly. I will protect you, Doctor. My mind still feels like it's a mess up, but Dr. Calzit and Amia told me my mental state is a lot more stable now. They allowed me to protect you. And this is one thing I can definitely do.
Thank you.
Doctor of Rhodes Island, if you truly care for her, then you should know what she really needs. Just ask yourself this. What are you trying to protect? A soldier that would die for you, or a child with a traumatic past? The question is not difficult to answer, but it is obvious that Loken is not interested in your reply. From the moment he stepped into the room, he has been staring directly at the white feline gale next to you. His turbid gaze full of enthusiasm, sorrow, and a certain kind of anticipation. They're here. Such a pity that this is the end of our meeting. You're not ready yet, my child, but I know you will be. I'll be waiting for you at home.
Aw, don't call home the lab. Don't do that.
Hold it. You actually caught up? No, you were waiting for me. Which one of you is your true self? The silent one in the room earlier, or the one right here? That's not important. Your Iridium arts are quite interesting, or perhaps... No, forget it. I don't have time for this curiosity. You have business with me, Director of Rhine Lab. Where's Kristen? Ah, but you're the Rhine one here. Are you sure you should be asking me that? The only way you could have gotten out of prison is with her help. Your being here means the work she entrusted to you is already complete. She's done preparing, right? She's really planning to. Pitiful girl. Hey, I'm not about to let a rotten geezer who looks like he hasn't showered in 3 days call me pitiful. Astonished, unwilling, and anxious. You're afraid, little girl. You're afraid of being betrayed by those you trust and of being abandoned by others. Well, the worst is your confusion. You're at such a complete loss that you have no choice but to ask an outsider like me. Such a familiar feeling it is. When my teacher handed all my research to Maylander, when he expelled me from the academy, when my students submitted all my data to the military before I did, and I had to speed up my experiments, leading to that ultimate failure. When my family sold everything we had in DC and disappeared, I saw that very same look in the mirror. My eye bags can't be that bad. I just don't get it. Why would she trust that wretched woman from Maylander and you over Saria? Or, are you stalling for time here? If you're waiting for Holoyak to pick you up, I won't necessarily lose, you know. You don't want me for an enemy, girl. Huh? Do you really think you could stop Kristen and I just by catching up to me? Or maybe you want to catch me to catch Kristen. Mule's falls into a daze. Loken turns his back, and yet she still doesn't act. Only when the familiar wind caresses her face so mockingly does she realize that Loken is no longer anywhere to be seen on the streets. I let him go. What am I doing? Oh, it's a clone. Mulesize. Oh, Doctor. I'm right here. Heard everything you said. Crystal clear. Yes, sirree. Your clone managed to stop Loken. Clone? Yes, my clone outside. Doctor, you guessed right. They couldn't have let such a terminally ill man come here by himself. Before his assistants got him away, I only managed to get one thing. Loken Williams is definitely involved in Kristen's plans. The home that Loken spoke of. The puzzle pieces are overlapping, and they're pointing right at Kristen Wright's hideout. Doctor, your terminal. There's a new message. It's from Maylander. What a quinkadink. I was just wondering when we were going to see the Tin Man again. You got roughed up by the army because of him, so it's only right that he should make it up to you, isn't it? Rosmontis, are you ready to proceed with the mission? Yeah, I'm fine. Mulesize? Huh? Thank you for helping Rosmontis. Our cooperation is far from over, so you're going to wear out those words if you keep standing on ceremony, you know. Doctor, do you really trust me so much? What did you say? Nothing. Alright, let's get moving. Silence. Is the temperature okay? Not too hot? You're controlling it very well. Saria's body temperature has stabilized and she should be out of danger. Afreet, you should rest for a bit. Using Originium arts for a long time will wear you out. No, I'm staying with Saria. I still remember back in the White Room. She kept me company when I was stuck in that bed. I was always in pain. My mind was totally messed up and I couldn't stop myself from burning everything I saw. I don't even have a clear picture of every visit. I just know that every time I open my eyes, she was there by my bedside, and I felt so relieved. So now I want to stay here and keep her company. Even though she won't open her eyes, I'm sure she can feel that I'm here. I'm sure that she can. She just needs a bit more sleep. Something still feels off. What's wrong? Just realized Saria isn't that much taller than I am. And also, her palms are soft with such pretty nails too. Just like your hand, Silence. Yes. Saria is, of course, an ordinary human. I'm afraid she's quite far from ordinary. Director Jara? She prefers to solve problems by herself, without a word. She always keeps a straight face that deters people from voicing their opinions. Would you like to make a guess just how many employees from Defense I had to offer psychological counseling year after year? Are you unhappy with Saria? Unhappy? One year I asked Kristen if she was set on transferring a researcher to make the head of the defense section. Guess what the woman there did when she found out? She threw 3 dozen listening devices onto my desk and right in my face, shattered them to pieces with her newly developed arts. An unfortunate thing, as a couple of them were operating on behalf of some of our dear government departments. They were just a little wary of such a rapidly progressing tech company. I was happy to share some controllable information with them to get them to ease up a little. I spent some time dealing with the trouble that came with the incident, but who could deny the determination and skill of that young voiva? I guess Saria has always been like that. Sure enough, many years have come and gone, and if you compare her then and now, it doesn't seem like there's been much development. The most resolute and determined woman I know. Whoever said she wasn't? I've watched she and Kristen walk their paths, and I'm well aware that how decisive and strong she is. But even such an outstanding individual can't stand against the whole damn country. If you let her take on these obstacles she hasn't overcome in all this time, she'll only be smashed to bits. Here. Car keys. Take Saria and Afreet and leave, before it's too late. Saria? Wouldn't want that. No, she wouldn't. But I'm not talking to Saria right now. Aren't you the type to go, innocent lives shouldn't be put at risk? This girl shouldn't be involved, and neither should you. No one needs to die here. I need a little bit more time. Director Yara, I'm afraid we're all out of time. Take the secret passageway out, now.
Why am I getting sacrifice vibes from this? Is she about to sacrifice herself?
What's wrong? An old friend has come knocking. We don't cut to another scene.
Oh, we didn't cut to another scene.
This conference room. Whenever we had meetings, Parvis would sit by the window. Mulesice likes to sit in the middle, and you, Director Yara, you sit here, furthest from Kristen. And you're the same as before, always standing behind somebody else's seat. How nostalgic. Would you like something to drink? Red wine, or should we pop open the champagne? Is there an occasion? Of course. Mr. Ferdinand Clooney is enjoying a career upgrade, and also returned to Ryan Lab. Sounds like a cause for celebration. You think I'm here as the Army's guide? No, they have their own plans for Ryan, and I don't approve at all. Because I know that if something happens to the Vice President while he's here, that's the end of the company. Kristen can ignore the existence of Ryan Lab, but not me. The event today went off without a hitch. Don't play dumb with me, Yara. You may not know just what kind of people run the Army. They could repeat today's adventure any time they want. So before those savages rip a dozen years' worth of time and effort to shreds, can you just tell me the truth? What exactly is Kristen doing? Did Colonel Blake not tell you? The very first day Mr. Wright disappeared, I handed every document about Control and her projects right over to them. And for the record, it happened more than once. I worked days of overtime just for this. Dr. Wright. As if you two have the most ordinary collaborative relationship. Should I show Blake the picture hidden in the darkest corner of your office drawer? Or has our dear HR director already come up with an explanation for why she's hidden the New Year's card little Kristen wrote her 2 decades ago? That's just an old photo. Kids aren't as cute and well behaved after they grow up. Ferdinand, you know that better than me. That sock in the drawer at Site 359 still smarting. Huh. She's gone into hiding, like a child clinging to her favorite toy. Except it's not a toy, it's a goddamn super weapon, with some real forbidden secrets behind it. So you should find and drag her out, if you still care about her. Or would you rather watch her die for the vaguest of ideals? Even if I couldn't bear to watch her go that far ahead, how do you suppose that stopping her is within my power? This is Kristen we're talking about, Ferdinand. She'll take everything you have. Do you think she would ever leave such a major weakness if you really want to treat the relationship between me and her as a vulnerability so easily within your grasp? Good. Great. You refuse to cooperate. And what about the others, for example? Saria. You rescued her and you've hidden her somewhere around here. You're so willing to talk to me just to buy her more time to escape. Let's say she manages to escape. Who could she even go to? Rhodes Island? Caught up in the same mess? Or that group of Maylander agents who love spinning webs just as much as you do? Yeah, so it's sounding like Maylander is CIA. I have no idea what you're talking about. The military just picked up a new piece of intelligence. Saria, as well as the company behind her, Rhodes Island, are suspected of helping Kristen steal classified information pertaining to the national security. Maybe working at Ryan Lab for more than a decade has made you naive enough to assume your old boss was some hero of justice. Alright, here we go. Let's get these push and pullers out on the field. Oh, we still don't have a character to deal with blocking properly. Guess we'll just put her there for now. Oh, we're gonna have to put 2 down. Oops. Uh-oh. Are we broke? Are we really broke? 11, 12, 17 is our next best. That sucks. We're running a very expensive comp at the moment, actually. With 0 regen of CP. Boom. Bam. Oh, I didn't realize they were on both sides. Oh, they're floating. Does that mean they can't be pushed? Yeah. Oh, they can probably be stunned though, right? Bugger. If they could have been stunned, Cruise would have been the best one. Stun them and make them fall down into it. Oh, there's a second one over here. Oh, they're not going to get blocked, are they? Okay, we're going to have to restart. Okay. Okay. I understand. I know what we need. I actually think the pushers, we probably don't need the second pusher. Let's get Cruise for the stun. I'm gonna replace Ifrit. Oh, let me have a look at the map. Hold up. No. Nah, you... I mean, we could try it again, but I don't think we're gonna do it with this team comp. It's still a very expensive team comp. Actually, you know what? We'll go up to Gaviel. And we'll put Gavi. Put Gavi down. Right, that should increase our attack speed with Gav, which is nice. If movement speed is higher than... Oh my god, Cruz is taking so much damage. Oh, look, the stun. See, it works. She's dead. And she's dead. Yep. So we need a ranged unit to deal with this guy. And then we need a healer. So we need Calzit out at 20. Yeah, that kind of works. It's not enough damage.
Wait, are they just running into it? Wow, okay. That's gonna get through. Yep, okay. No, 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 no.
安心してください、ドクター。あなたが皆を連れて撤退するまで、私は倒れませんから。
We need. We're gonna get rid of Chubai, and we're gonna bring in Myrtle.
任務？行く行く。
I might actually get rid of Suzerain. Instead of Suzerain, let's bring in. Just bring in an Executor. Oh, she's leveled up. Her range is sick now. Let's bring the Phoenix. Even though she kind of kills herself over time, it's fine. It's fine. She'll do fine. We'll just put Calzit down and she'll have healing for days. I'm gonna put her out here. Oh my god, is it gonna happen quick enough? Oh shit. Nope. Okay. Lesson learned. Oh, the generation takes forever. We either have to get her down, like, instantly. Myrtle down instantly. Or we need to change our placement order. Just down as pretty much as fast as I can get her down. So let's see if we can get her ability up. No, because our first melee is really expensive. Oop. So we're gonna have to put Gavi down first. Bum, bum, bum. Damn, I've actually rarely seen a free screen like this. It looks sick. Also, I like how they call her gun a flamethrower when really it's just a like a rifle, right? That ain't no flamethrower. I guess she can use it like a flamethrower. Oh my god, it's getting hot in here again. Ugh. Alright, we'll win it on this one, and then I need to go turn the aircon on because it is getting sweltering. 24, Gavi. You. So we don't need to worry about the ones going up top because they're just going to run straight in and fall off. We need to concern ourselves with the ones that are going to be back here. I guess we can put Fiametta there. She's going to be losing health though. Yeah. Oh, I guess she can't die from it. That's nice. Okay, that's kind of funny saying bye-bye as they get stunned and fall down. Lol. Bye-bye. Oh, actually, we could do Calzit this way. She's going to take a lot of heat, though. I wish I could put her back one more. It'll work. Look at these idiots. Lol. Oh, we need to start attacking this guy. Actually, we probably should have put our pusher down, huh? See, we might be able to push him. No, he's not going to gen it fast enough. Gavi's going to have to do work here. Gavi's taking a bit of damage. I mean, I'm just going to ult with her. And then let's put down Kalzit, who is, if you notice, in her new skin. Looking fantastic. Why are you healing Fiametta? Please, for the love of God, heal Gavi. Oh no, Gavi doesn't have ult anymore. Monster. Destroy this idiot. Oh! Wait, where'd he go? Oh, did he die to the monster? Ah. Gonna put another stun one there just in case. I might also put Rosmontus here. Get that fat damage going. I can't tell if Fiametta is dealing a lot of damage or not. 18 seconds. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Monster is disgustingly strong. Holy shit. Wait, who just died? Oh, that was Rosmontus. Oh, that's right. No one can heal Rosmontus there. Please stun. There we go. And stun. Nice. Oh, is this the last? It's just these flying idiots. Alright, crews. Knock them out of the sky. Easy. Easy game. And then the others run to their deaths. Ew. Crew's very good there. If you have Cruz, highly suggest you use her on that round. On that map. Alright. The usual stench of the sewers. And spots where the light doesn't reach. These alleys are all the same. Urban planners probably can't afford to invent new ways to do their jobs at the speed those cities pop up out of the barren lands. It's just too bad that you miss out on the local scenery if you use these nooks and crannies too much. Am I right, my good subordinate? Isn't it better to get a view of the city from above? A gust of wind blows through the empty alley. All the unexhaled smoke rings swirl back into the cracks in his metal. The Tin Man wonders if this is an opportune time to hack a few coughs as if choking. A lighter floats right in front of him as soon as the embers of his cigarette die out. Oh, a holyok, guaranteed. Banal is such a lamentable assessment for a city like this with no history. Oh, Hayek. You were supposed to make contact 3 days ago. Oh? I had the impression that you're not particularly punctual yourself. If you could just tone down your volume. Why did you pick this place for our meeting? Did you forget? The factory in District 13 is close by. Did you find the item from the other day? Yes, but unfortunately there are only fragments left. Fragments of
stars with no way to guide the lost. And Kristen, where is she? Well, are you watching the sky? You get a clearer view of the sky without the skyscrapers around. Do you think Kristen might be hiding up in the stars up there? If so, then how are we supposed to find her? Oh, Holyak. You went into the library 2 months ago. I am a historian. Isn't it basically my job to visit libraries? We're talking about Maylander's library here. I don't recall authorizing that. You know I can't contain my curiosity. Just like right now. What the fuck is that? If I could trouble my employer with a question that I've been awfully curious about. What is it? Your smoke. Other than the clouds you puff out of it, the few wisps that slip into your body, exactly do they go? Is this why you have the tip of your tail on my chest? I smell my favorite scent on you. History. So if it's at all possible, I'd love to get a good look at every little piece of your body for my research. That's an interesting pickup line. Where should I start? Your head, chest, extremities? Oh, Holyak. Do you really think betraying the Maylander Foundation is the right choice here? Of course not. Maylander holds most of this country's secrets, and in Columbia, secrets can be traded for wealth, or used as murder weapons. I spent 3 whole years before I finally managed to get into this historical society, and spent another 3 to gain your trust. You know what 6 years means to me. Being a Maylander agent has already taken 1/7 of my life. Then you shouldn't be wasting the rest of it behind bars or in the run. Yes, I know. And yet, my time here isn't enough to embrace what I've been yearning for my whole life. And what difference does it make if I live another 10 years, or 1 more minute? Oh! Maylander won't allow anyone, least of all a defected agent, to access information they shouldn't be accessing. A shame you only have me to see in the last moments. Then I can only pray to the stars that the dead won't speak so easily. Fine, let me switch up the question. Do you really think you can kill me? I'll never know until I try. Huh? Your air manipulation shouldn't be affecting me. No, this isn't Kukulkan ability at all. You know me just so well, don't you? But fortunately, I'm not exactly completely clueless as to what you are. Ordinary arts have no effect on you. But a curse. The power of the oldest Sarkaz witchcraft. A soul-imprisoning curse. It's been an awful long time since you've had a taste of something like this, That 1 year when a Maylander agent went deep into the bleached wasteland to investigate the ruins of the Sarkaz royal court and suffered an unprecedented, life-threatening injury. I didn't expect Maylander to leave those files intact. You can't have thought that I ventured into Maylander's top-secret database just for Kristen. I did remind him that documenting everything isn't necessarily a good habit to have all the time. According to you, only the long-lived would have such an extensive memory, while the rest of us just want to grab as much knowledge as we can, to naturally come up with different methods. Otherwise, how could we short-lived beings hope to resist the control of people like you? If you really want to destroy this body, you probably need a little more time. I have 2 minutes to spare. So, you're not even going to come out of hiding to greet me? Banshee. Oh, she employed her help. Aren't you just talking how unwilling you are to show yourself? Like I said, I have no interest in watching you murder your own boss. But he's more than just that. Oh, old acquaintances are you? Personally, not at all. But my blood knows him. Fascinating. I've been over it many times, and this guy here doesn't smell sarcasm. Be careful of any tricks he might play. I don't want him to resurrect right after all the trouble I've gone through to kill him. I won't let him interfere with the next step of your plan. I can't do that. A delicate trap you've laid. I had guessed that Hayek might have planted something in the sky, but I didn't expect a banshee's curse to be hidden in the noise of the construction site. My blood has taught me the power of words, and the sound of machinery clashing and colliding is the language I hear most. An amazing talent to have fooled even me. There are only a few banshees, including those in the royal court, who could make me suffer like this. Were you born in Kazdel, or the Valley of the Banshees? It doesn't matter. My blood is not pure enough, and I haven't experienced any grand events either. Right now, I'm just an engineer living in Colombia doing whatever I want. You found a home in Colombia. Colombia? What the fuck? Where'd that accent go? What about you? So many years have passed by in a flash. I've heard that over the past 2 centuries, those 2 youths, Therasis and Teresa, have finally built Kazdel as a nomadic city. I don't even know myself what Kazdel looks like today. Are the streets still as crowded? The flags hanging on the city walls unchanged for a millennium. The undying furnace in the core still as hot as ever. Can you relight my cigarette, child? This little spark can't hold the remaining warmth of your soul. I know. I only want to stay a little longer to ask you a few more questions. What did you see in Kristen's dreams? The future. Has she actually promised you a change to the Sarkaz's fate? Do you believe she can do what no one else has been able to accomplish over the past millennium? No, she only showed me a possibility. A possibility that came from within myself. Alright, engineer girl, if I could just trouble you to ask my darling employer if he has any last words. The fire is almost out. Time moves too fast for old man like me. The last question is mine. An ancient one like you must have seen the fall of many Kazdels, and surely you must have thought of and searched for a place. Speaks in sarcasm. Where is the Sarkaz promised land? Promised land? Time's up. A silvery green tail shatters the Tin Man's sigh with a strong burst of wind. The last spark fizzles out at the same time the cigarette hits the ground. He dead? A bone whistle sounds. A bone whistle? I don't know who would use a bone whistle. Trimounts has never heard such a sound. Neither the residents in their deep sleep or the office workers working overtime will be aware of what has just happened. Oh, is it the sound of him dying? Other than those who have made an appointment. What? Rosmontis, did you hear that? Huh? Logos was too busy to come to Trimounts, right? My terminal says Logos has had a lot to do. He hasn't trained with me for a long time, so I haven't been using my full strength in my sessions. Been hard for Blaze and Sharp. Blaze and Sharp always complain that trading with me is more tiring than going out on missions. Before we left the landship, Radiant told me that Logos would come back with Amia soon. I miss Amia too. I miss her so much. Doctor, will we be able to see them after we finish this and return to Rhodes Island? I hope we can see them soon too. Doctor, you make it there. Yes, the message says we're meeting in this alley. We'll go home soon, I promise. The alley is dark and silent, like an abyss. Something rolls out from the murky shadows. Perhaps it's due to its material hardness, but as it rubs against the ground, it eerily resembles a cog out of its wheel, a frightful rattle echoing through the darkness of the night. It rolls straight to the alley entrance where light and darkness meet. It turns out to be a metal head. The upper half is usually obscured by a hat's brim, and the mouth on its lower half often has a cigarette exhaling rings of smoke while spouting words that are at times perceptive and other times incongruous. But now there is no cigarette, no hat, no trench coat, or even the part that should be present past the neck. There is only a head. The Tin Man? I would take it easy if I were you. After all, if you do make any moves, I can't guarantee that your head won't end up rolling along with my old employer's head here. Didn't come just to banter with me. Sure. Two things. It's time for Rhodes Island to end your excursion in Trimounts, and the other, as you've just seen, the leader of the Mainlander agents, the Tin Man, has been murdered. We need a culprit. And you've picked me. Your frailty certainly affects the credibility of the idea, but the modernity and perfectly enigmatic vibes of Rhode Island makes you an excellent target for Mainlander investigations, even if just for a bit. You want to buy Kristen some time. It won't do you any good. Won't do you any good to look for other secrets, okay? Not like I can run. Are you going to try and call for help? I mean, she is very confident to be doing this in front of Rosmontis. Very confident. You might want to lower your gaze. My tail won't exactly agree. I've had my eyes on you ever since you stepped into Trimounts. At first, none of this had anything to do with you, or Rhodes Island at all. Even if you and Saria are moving in the same direction, role-playing as heroic firefighters, why haven't you dispatched a few more men like that good old mechanic to mop things up quick? If you're not going to talk, then why don't I tear your chest open and take a look at the secrets hiding inside? The silvery green Liberi approaches. Her plumage scrapes the fabric of your hood, emanating a soft but piercing sound. At first, I thought you were the same as those other eccentric scientists, trying to find some sort of revelation about the future in Kristen's research. After all, we're such a silly species, aren't we? Limited lifespan and unlimited ambition. The moment we realize the limits of what we can accomplish in our short lives, we become willing to surrender our arrogance for just a moment and beg for a shortcut. But on you, I smell no trace of that desire. What do you dream of? And what of your past? Becoming very interested in you now, Doctor. But unfortunately, my colleagues are about to show. Hold your friend's head in your hands and enjoy a captivating session with Columbia's top agents. You might find yourself astonished. Think through some answers to my questions during your interrogation. I hope I don't give you the chance to run. Oh, mule size. Wait. Why are you here? Did this hood ever come with a guarantee of who would be under it? Oh, was she pretending? Wait, she can pretend to be other people as well? Not just clone herself? Damn. Oh, and she disappears to water. Wait, what about Rosmontis? Rosmontis was there. A water clone. Any more tricks up your sleeve, pathetic elf? Doesn't matter, Dr. Serpentine of Rhodes Island. We will see each other very soon. Rosmontis is still there. I'm confused. Doctor, there are a lot of people rushing towards that alley. Oh, we're not in the alley. We stayed back. Ah, I see. They're Maylander agents. It's a good thing you used your brains and borrowed my clone for that meeting. Otherwise, you'd have fallen into that horrible woman's trap for real. There's definitely left evidence implicating Rhodes Island. You heard everything she said over the comms, right? Did we make enemies of both Maylander and the military? I'm afraid so. Ah, you're not joking, are you? Doctor, if you and the Tin Man have any plans, now would be a great time to share them, you know. Your silence implies... Wait, Doctor, you can't mean that something really happened to that mega mysterious super agent in the trench coat with the tin can for a head. I heard a banshee's bone whistle. That was a bone whistle? Wait, banshee, you say? Of the sarcasm variety? Was it for Kristen? Did she... Mulesai suddenly falls silent. She looks up at the sky above the tri-mounts. There is nothing up there besides thousands of stars. You cannot help but recall Ho Olhayek's question from earlier. Why did you come to tri-mounts? Kristen, what sort of person is she exactly? Boom, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Quick, silence, over here! Oh, and you triggered an alarm. This alarm. Did something happen to Director Jara? Silence, are you okay? I'm fine. Saria? I'll help you carry her. Your face is all sweaty. If Saria doesn't wake up now, they're gonna catch us. Don't push the blame onto Saria. But your face, you look like you're about to... I'm fine, Afreet. Just happened to remember what happened earlier. I watched her fall in front of me and my very first reaction was not worry or surprise, but regret. Because you were mad at her? Yes, that really was the last conversation we ever had. I didn't want to think that I was blaming her. Actually, I don't know who else I can hear me out. Then just patch things up. Huh? And then when Saria wakes up, we can go back together. How about it? She'll return here the moment she wakes up. That's the sort of woman she is. Fine. I think I get it. Neither of you is gonna go home, are you? That's right. Then why not work together? Work together? Yeah, Silence. Even though you've got some new gear on, you're still a doctor. If you keep on running like this, you're gonna get hurt or even die. I know Saria is a great fighter. Even I've started to know that teamwork's important, yet she still likes to work alone. If it weren't for us, Saria would have been in an even worse situation right now. Neither of you wanted me to tag along, but at the very least you gotta promise me that you'll work with Saria. Otherwise, the two of you will worry about me, and I'll worry about you guys too. Afreet. Just say yes or no. I'll even behave and go back to the doctor. Just promise me. Some words are easy to say when you're a team, right? Where did you learn all this? The Doctor Past taught me all this people skills. I'll think about it. Great. Silence? What's that over there? A transmitter. That just appeared. It's all silvery and flowy, real pretty. Don't touch it. Afreet, that's very dangerous. Dangerous? No way. More than my flames? It's another product of Ryan's experiments. For real? Then I'll burn it up. No, just wait and see. Don't be too quick to destroy it. A small lump of silvery substance gushes inside the test tube. Ever since it left Parvis's home, it has lingered without a target direction, as if it has lost its hub directive. As if its only mission is to lead her to Parvis. Parvis never does anything without purpose. His appearance earlier couldn't have just been him wanting to chat with me. He deliberately led me to think he was the goal in this race for the transmitter. Could it be the truth was never... Silence! The doctor's over here! Ugh! Is she carrying a coffee cup? Interesting. How could... Did someone spot us? Stand back, Afreet. Saria? Calcification? Saria, you're awake! Hooray! But you're... I'm fine. But you're not... You're bluffing a doctor that easily. I'm just holding this door until it's safe enough for you to leave. QED, I'm perfectly fine. The military mechs are closing in on our position. This path is no longer safe. Director Yara. She wouldn't hand over the information that easily. And so there is only one possibility remaining. "10 minutes. They should have run into Blake's people by now. The old Saria would have probably stood a chance to escape unscathed. However, she's injured and carrying 2 extra burdens. Want to guess how long she can last in front of a fully armed Special Forces unit? I mean, she's literally with a Freet. Do I need to say this again? A Freet is a living flamethrower. You are sending an elite squad, yes, but they have a defensive person, Saria, and then just an absolute crazy offensive person in a Freet. Don't think you're going to work out too well. And they have silence to heal them as well. It's like a perfect squad right there. Your phone is ringing, ma'am. It's me. Of course, I'm always willing to serve Columbia. Thank you for the advice. By now you should be willing to believe me that I did try my best. I tried my hardest just to secure this opportunity to talk to you. And if you had agreed with me earlier, then our defense director's life would be at the very least, not be in danger. But you still sent them on that path to that secret passage known only to Maylander agents. Saria might die because of you, and the next one to go may well be the one you're most concerned about. I'm hoping from the bottom of my heart that you think the question over. Where the hell is Kristen Wright? Does she even know? I would be surprised if she knew. Director Yara works for Maylander? I investigated her 10 years ago and found nothing. It was only when the Tin Man showed up and I left Rhine Lab that I got more clues to confirm it. She's been at Rhine for a long time. She knew Kristen even before I did. Afreet, attack the window on your left. Gotcha. It's so sturdy. The glass in the experimental labs is all reinforced. The ordinary impacts aren't going to be able to smash them. And if we break them now, we'll attract the attention of the soldiers downstairs. We can use my fire to cut through the glass. I can control my flames already, so I'll be able to do it. The teacher mentioned this in my Originium arts classes. Fire can be tempered, be silent, and become a quiet anger. Make my flames into a sword. Make my flames into a single thread. Here! It cracked. A little bit. Split the enamel. Saria, just hold on a little longer. I'm halfway through. I can do it. Focus, Afreet. Don't get distracted. When you were conscious, Director Yara told me that there's no way you can fight against the entire country. So if it is as you say, that Maylander and the military have come to some kind of agreement, then we truly are facing off in the entire country right now. Yes. Your heart rate and body temperature are spiking near their limits, and you've only just woken up. Your body is taking a serious toll. Perhaps. Saria, you're at your limit. Silence. Yara modified your drone. I've seen the prototype blueprints. When did you? Its current load-bearing capacity is at least 2 adults for a short-distance glide. Get out through the hole Afreet opened, and the drone will be able to take you to the roof of the opposite building. You'll have to act fast. I'll wait for you to go over, and then I'll exit through this door and divert the pursuers. Their numbers are many, and I won't be able to fend them off for long. Saria. You still haven't given me an answer. Your inability to make a genuine stand against Rhine, is it because deep in your bones you've always been the same as them? The same as Control? Sorry, silence. I thought it through and I am unable to give you a definitive answer. If Kristen's experiment violates any laws that shouldn't have been broken, I will stop her. Just like all the wrongs Ryan has committed over the years, the wrongs should be made right. For I've always believed that the stronger one is, the less rash they should be acting. But if I were to return to the past, back to when Kristen and I first met, when everything had yet to happen, I would not have stopped the Kristen then. I would not have stopped the birth of Ryan Lab. Yes, even if I knew that Ryan would create so much suffering in the future, even if I could foresee the ambitions of Kristen, Parvis and Ferdinand growing out of control, I would still stand with them. Saria, your answer might be even more definitive than you think. Silence, Saria! Did you guys see that? I opened it! Go, Silence. If there's anything else you would like to know, we can wait until this is all over, and I'll tell you. Alright. Silence? Silence! Why are you spacing out? We gotta get moving. Paula Berry, none of this has anything to do with you. What exactly is it that you want? Truth, justice, or peace? I will tell you what you want to know. And yet, even if you know it all, what can you do? This is not the answer I want. No. A drone's belt? Silence, what are you doing? The whirring of a drone starting up comes from behind. The unreinforced door at the end of the corridor is about to melt under the impact of the energy weapon. Saria is suspended in midair, holding a Freet in one arm, stretching the other out towards Silence, trying to grab her. But Silence doesn't return her grip, and retraces the path she's taken in reverse. I should have talked with you sooner, Saria. I only just came to understand why I can't help but get mad at you. I thought it was from the falling out we had during the diabolic crisis, or that I'm dissatisfied with the way you insist on shouldering everything yourself. But actually, the one I'm most annoyed with is myself. The blame I push onto you for not doing enough is not only because I build a habit of depending on you. I had hoped you could change Control, just like I once hoped the Professor could save a Freet, and that Control could change Ryan Lab. I had hoped every deadlock would be solved by someone stronger. I'm so weak, aren't I? On the one hand, I loathe the powerful figures that manipulate everything and treat innocent lives like expendable resources and numbers. On the other hand, I still pin my hopes for the futures on the people stronger in not just power, but also morality and empathy. Only now do I understand that no one can truly carry everything on their own, that it's beyond the capacity of a single individual. Everyone who has been willing to help me on the way here, Rhodes Island, Director Mulesize, Director Yara, and you, all of you want me to stay out of it. If you hadn't collapsed in front of me, if a Freet hadn't been in danger, I might have been just obediently thrown in the towel. But now, I won't back down. I refuse to allow myself to stay under your wings. I refuse to accept that I can only stand in vain as the gunfire rings right above us and open my arms to the injured. This time, I will step into the flames before any of you. Oh, and then she gets her altar! Oh, they escapade. The drone sends the two to a lower floor of the neighboring building. Saria smashes a window and they land smoothly. There must be more of Ferdinand's people on the lookout downstairs, but as long as there's room for action, she believes she can find a way to break through the encirclement. However, Silence, what are you doing? Silence, hurry up and fly over here with your drone. The Freet anxiously yells at the room across, but Silence takes a long look at them before turning her back. Just as Silence begins to turn, Saria gets a look at her eyes. They are brimming with regret. But more than that, it's determination. Oh boy. Ferdinand, we've got someone in the corridor. She says she has business with you. Oh. Silence. Why are you... I'm sorry, Director Yara. I've already made up my mind. I have unfinished business, so I can't leave just yet. I remember you, Parvis's stellar student. You and Elena gave me such a headache back at Site 359. Yes, my name is Silence. I would like to make a deal with you. A deal? Do you really think I would let Saria go? This isn't up to you. No, this is the only thing that's up to me. That's transmitter from Site 359. What are you doing? Even if you put the transmitter into your body, it's not going to work. Dorothy's hub was destroyed. The new hub is in Kristen's hands. That's impossible. That was my experiment, mine and Dorothy's. A short while ago, I met Dr. Parvis. His laboratory was storing a large amount of transmitter. Director Clooney, you must have realized it long ago. You just don't want to admit it. You would rather believe your failures was owed to a bad move than to believe that Control was playing you the whole time. Did you really never consider the possibility? She's the one that's working more closely with the military. She had countless ways to kill your experiment with Dorothy in its infancy. But then, why did she only show up after your experiment succeeded? We still have a chance. Whatever Kristen is trying to do with Transmitter, she hasn't succeeded yet. Director Clooney, bring me to her. The transmitter is inside me. I'll become the beacon to locate Kristen. Interesting. Okay. That was 4 though, right? That wasn't 5? Yeah, so 5 we unlock Silence's altar. I'm just going to turn the aircon on because it's hot. It is very hot. Actually, I might go grab a cold drink as well, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, no wonder it felt like it was getting freaking boiling in here. When I was out before, when I turned it off, it was at 26 degrees. Now at 32 degrees in the here. Oh boy. So yeah, we should be cooling down now that it is on. Let's hope it's just not too cold. It is. It's kind of fresh. A little bit of freshness to it. All right, CW5 Beyond the Veil. The curtain closes on this farce. Is this the end or a new beginning? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, let's go. Actually, before, let's have a look at the map. What do we got? Okay, so we've got a push zone, it looks like here. No other push zones, though. So we'll probably just take one pusher and put them here. They're probably going to die very quickly. Because they won't have a healer on them. And actually... Oh, Silence is my healer, right. Now we're going to keep this squad. Oh, why am I using Horn? Horn's not in this. Why did I say that earlier? This is Saria's story, so we're going to take Saria. Or it's not her story. It's she is involved in the story. Ooh. Oh, we got another roll now that that's been reset. Nice, nice. Another 600 Iridium, so that's another roll as well. Grab that. And then we get the Orchid skin tomorrow. Nice. Alright, let's do the roll. Oh, come on, Musas. Give me Musas. Come on. Give it to me. That's red sparks. That is red sparks. Confirmed we have red sparks. No! How can it beat me like that? Ah, God damn it. Ah. God damn it, sure. God damn it, sure. Wait, is that Calzit? No, that can't be Calzit. She's not blonde. Is it Silence? Is that meant to be Silence? Huh.
It kind of looks like young Calzit though, like if her hair didn't go grey. Yeah, so we changed for Saria.
お前の采配に対しては私にも意見する権利がある。
And the rest of this should be fine. These are all the characters still in the story. We haven't seen Melonite yet. I wonder if she pops up in the story or whether she's just a character, a playable character. It's not getting through. Who are you calling, Saria? Tin Man. The metal guy? Did something happen? I'm afraid so. Maylander would not have joined our pursuers otherwise. The army has an agreement with Maylander. Why are they targeting us? What happened to the Tin Man? I had a look around the way you taught me, Saria. All the soldiers are gone, and so are the agents who were on us. The pursuers would not have disappeared if she was just staying as the rear guard. Unless she offered something that satisfied them. The silver liquid? I saw it around her. Transmitter. She was in contact with Dorothy at Site 359 and undoubtedly got the transmitter from her. Does Dorothy expect her to do something? Dorothy is still in military custody. She couldn't possibly be trying to reach out to the military and Ferdinand through her. Could it be Parvis or Saria? Don't worry, Freet. She'll be fine. I'm trying to tell you not to squeeze your communicator so hard. You're crushing it. Thanks. I'm not worried. Silence isn't so reckless. She stayed after she talked to you. I'm sure she thought it through. She doesn't know what she's up against. The machinations of the state are far crueler than she can imagine. She thinks she doesn't, you think she doesn't know that? I'm sure she thought about it. Silence works hard. She's always working when I see her. The others say it's like she's being chased by something you can't see or touch. Maybe this will be cleared up by the time we see her again. Then I'll tell her, yeah, I'm upset you left me behind, but I know you could do it. Saria notices that Afreet's hands are trembling. She wants to say something to comfort her, but words fail her. She realizes that, even though Afreet's words were, in part, intended to comfort, she does not know the silence that Afreet speaks of. Silence is ready. Silence knows what she is about to face. She has never thought about it that way. Over there, Saria. The army is pulling out, but not in the direction of the military garrison. Is the transmitter really the clue to Kristen's whereabouts? Let's follow them. Silence wouldn't want you to put yourself in danger again. She promised we would go together. She said Saria will return here the moment she wakes up. That's the sort of woman she is. It's not the rational way. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? We're not here to take risks, not to waste Silence's courage. We're just waiting for her at the end. Afreet. She realizes that Afreet is much taller than she was a few years ago, when she was rescued from the laboratory. In the face of impending danger, there is no impatience or recklessness in her eyes, only courage and wisdom. Let's go. All right. By the way, Saria, I saw a falling star when I got to Trimounts. A star? You mean the object that fell on the Triton factory in District 13? It was a star. And Silence told me a story where all our differences disappear when the star falls. You and Silence are going to make up, right? Yes, we will. Great. Will they? Saria turns back to look at the familiar streets of Trimounts. The path she is about to tread suddenly feels unfamiliar. She has overcome many challenges. What lies before her is far from a crisis. But for the first time, she feels out of control. Holy hell, I'm freezing. Look out, there's a car. That was close shave. Can't even think clearly in this cold. I tell you, sir, this weather, it's all that tech company's doing. They use drones to spray chemicals that make our lungs freeze with every breath.
They want to kidnap us, put our brains in jars, and turn us into nutrients for their artificial sun. Look up there in the sky. What? Those stars ain't stars. They're cameras that the monsters sent up there to watch our every move. They even kidnapped our president, put his skin on, and locked all the Columbia under their control. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think we all know what kind of person this is. Here's a few bills. Find a warm place to spend the night. I don't need money, sir. I'm just waiting for dawn to break. Between the two of us, I'm organizing a protest against the vice president and these tech companies. The people must wake up. Take this too. All my money. You can have it. Wait, sir.
Yikes.
I knew I'd find you here. Good morning, Ferdinand. One more cup of tea and the sun should be up. Time for me to go to work on the other side. Enough with the act, Parvus. When did you start working with Kristen? You, Yara, Justin Jr., and Nasty. You fooled me into thinking that I had Kristen isolated, that I was just one step from success. I became a laughingstock. My gamble, all my efforts, just another rung on the ladder for her to climb. To you, Ferdinand. You underhanded old goat. Let me make one thing clear. I don't know where Kristen is. She doesn't trust me so much, and I'm not so interested in her secret. But you didn't come to ask questions. Otherwise you would have brought the muscle you borrowed from that colonel as you did with Yara. It's not like you to swallow insults from pioneers and come back to grovel at the feet of the colonel after he abandoned you once. You set your mind to it. Why did you give up so close to the truth? No wild guesses. Perhaps you should look at yourself in the mirror, Ferdinand. You're jealous of her. You're jealous that she gets men to fight for her even when she's not around. You're jealous that it only took her a few words to earn the loyalty that took you so much time and money to buy. You're jealous of her charisma. There's a part of you somewhere deep down that's enthralled by her. The more you deny it, the more you hate her. Why are you telling me this? Because it's how I feel. Look outside, Ferdinand. When I was little, I never saw stars in the night sky. All I saw was the silhouette of the Great Spire, the light of witchcraft lighting up the skies. Adults told me it was the eye of the Witch King, watching over every inch of Lithanian. And I thought, what was the meaning of life, if the Witch King was the sole miracle chosen by fate? Didn't you despise the efforts of those stupid casters who wanted to summon the Witch King's soul? Yes, I opposed it. My kin and former colleagues spent their entire lives trying to recreate a fleeting miracle in this time and age. But in my long years of research, I realized that a miracle is so because it is a coincidence that cannot be controlled or recreated. Only such a coincidence can break the cage of fate that traps us all. You see Kristen as that coincidence. She has the potential to create miracles. You have your dream and I have mine. If she is the fated miracle, then what are we? Waste coming off the production line? Meaningless noise? Why despair, Ferdinand? Perhaps the fate of mankind does hinge upon one singularity. Who will break all shackles and become the eyes of all to see sights that we could not have imagined? But that does not mean our lives are destined to fall by the wayside. Miracles are born in the journey of evolution, a journey made up of all our dreams. Yours, mine, even that foolish tramp outside. Why are you telling me this? Feeling better? Have some tea. I'll put some color in your face, so you won't be so embarrassed when the kids see you on their way to work. I've lost everything. There isn't much for you to remember. I'm in no hurry. You can walk about work once you've done with your tea. It's always good to chat with an old friend. We took our first steps together after all. Hello there, good sir. Megaphone and signboards. This is what you spent the money on, not food and blankets. There are things more important than creature comforts. Give me that board. Rhine Lab? At least spell the company's name right if you're going to protest it. That's much better. Thank you, sir. Tell me, what do you dream of? What is the future you're fighting for? How do you like my vivarium, Doctor? Nobody can just barge in, and Rosmonta seems to like it. Rosmonta stands quietly in the verdant lab. She carefully observes each plant, then meticulously records their form in her notebook. Oh, cute. Her gaze stops on the last page of the notebook. You know it is where that letter is kept. Are you still reading the letter, Rosmontus? Yes, Doctor. I want to remember what happened today and record it in my terminal before I forget. Loken Williams. What is the home that he talked about like? Is it like Rhodes Island? No. Then he's not my family. I don't like him, Doctor. I came into contact with many feelings that I didn't like through him. I want to pick them out and put them somewhere that won't bother me. Amir helped me clean up before she left. They keep growing. What kind of feelings? Loss and destruction. I want to destroy them. It's not right. Hith would be angry. I shouldn't see Loken again, should I, Doctor? You want to learn about your past, Rosmontus? Ooh. Memory is precious. I don't want to use it on bad things. But I want to see with my own eyes again. I want to know what I would do. It may not be to learn, it may be to throw it away again. But I'll say goodbye properly this time. Okay. Get some rest before that, though. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Doctor. The young feline lies down at your side, clutching the jacket you gave her tightly. Her breathing is fragile yet resilient, as it is when she is awake. She's tired. The day took a toll on her. What about you, Doctor? Look somewhere else. Let Rosmonta sleep. Your brow's furrowed. Rhodes Island has been dragged into the maelstrom of Tri-Mounts. The explosion at the Triton factory, the attack on the Vice President, Kristen's disappearance. Tri-Mounts is in chaos right now. It may be irresponsible to say this, but neither the army nor the... Hold up. But neither the army nor the Maylander Foundation have time to deal with Rhodes Island. You're not at the center of the maelstrom. No need to be so nervous, Doctor. Still, I'm responsible for your situation here. Our partnership's still good. You helped me, and I'll do my best to help you. If it comes to it, I can arrange to get you, Rosmontus, and Iffy out of Tri-Mounts right now. That's not what I'm concerned about. Yeah, that's not what I'm concerned about. Are you trying to stop something or put something right? We're partners, but I don't know what you really think. A dance, Doctor. It's the scene from the trailer. It's no fun being interrogated like this. Mulesize puts her hands behind her back, turns around and takes a couple of steps. She looks back at you with a rare, serious expression on her face. Music fills the air. It is a relaxed, soothing tune. You see moisture seep from the leaf veins, converging into a drop of dew. More drops appear, leaving the leaves and catching up to you and Mulesize, moving with the flow of the melody. You see the rhythm of each droplet, light as breath. They are the melody itself. Feel it, Doctor. It will guide your steps. Your droplets seem free in this vivarium. Very astute, Doctor. From lightning to irrigation to atmosphere control, None of the systems in this vivarium employ originium technology. It is the cleanest place in the Tri-Mounts. This is the one place in Tri-Mounts where I feel at ease. Oftentimes I choose to operate through a clone, not because I want to, but because I have to. Mulesize disappears from your vision. You find your hand holding nothing but air. The droplets form a ribbon of water gently pulling you towards the corner of the vivarium. Wait, are all of her? Can she even leave this place, I wonder? The automated commentary. The pale fur is extremely sensitive to its environment. Pollution from originium industries have reduced its habitat to a small number of hilly areas in Colombia. The droplets scatter and shatter, creating a mist between you and the furs. You see the faint silhouette of a tombstone. Mulesize sits quietly by it, picking away at the weeds that surround it. You have never seen her so sad. Is it a shadow of the past? Is it reflecting? No, it wouldn't be reflecting her people, would it? I grew up in an orphanage in Trenton, near Tri-Mounts. The headmaster said I was found on the doorsteps of the orphanage. No one knows who my parents are. I realized at an early age that I was different. My powers are unique, but they are not originium arts. I'm much more sensitive to originium than most people. Even a slight increase in originium concentration is enough to affect my health. What am I? No one knows. That's why I've searched for the answer since I was little. Ironically, it's also the reason why my grades have always been good. Finally, I found that word hidden away in some ancient books. Elves. The word is not unknown to you. You do have many secrets, don't you, Doctor? Well, it's not important. Anyway, I tracked down my biological parents' old Tri-Mounts house, but the house had long since changed hands. I followed the trail they left behind and eventually found where they went. It's this village right here. So remote I thought I made a mistake. But most of the buildings have fallen into ruin. They look to be centuries old. I didn't see anyone. I had a feeling as I went into the hills behind the village. I saw a simple cemetery surrounded by pale firs, where dozens of tombstones lay. This village was not an elven settlement. It was their graveyard. Mulesize stands up, looks at you, and fades away into the mist before the firs. Your partner returns to your side. These are both kind of bad options, but I don't really want to say why did your parents abandon you. Or she probably doesn't know. Over nature forced you to distance yourself from modern civilization. Distancing oneself from modern civilization is easier said than done. To spend your life in remote mountains when you know that a more convenient, more advanced, more interesting life is right there, waiting for you to reach out. How are we, with our long lifespans, supposed to accept it? Some of my people faded away in sorrow. Some chose to end their own lives. More elves chose to go into society, including my parents. They lived cautiously but bravely, looking for ways to survive in civilization without coming into contact with originium. Oh. They knew originium would kill them someday. They accepted it. Wow, okay, so... Oh, shit, she might be stuck down here. Wow. Okay. Are you looking for a way to change the fate of your people? Next dance, Doctor. More droplets rise in the vivarium as the music enters a new passage. The smile returns to Mulesize's face. The melody sings on. You do not know if the topic will continue. Sometimes I envy Rhode Island. There are so many people there. You came to Rhodes Island. She didn't. A copy did. Oh, you knew? Sneaked in once or twice to see if Iffy was doing well and see what Saria was doing. And I saw someone standing on the deck, gazing at the sunset, lost in thought. I didn't notice you. Don't tell anyone. Just one of my tiny clones. No danger to anybody. I thought, why would you be up on the deck with only your thoughts for company, when there's so much joy waiting down below? I feel like there used to be someone I would watch the sunset with. Did you find any memories of that person? All these years, all I know is a name. So there are answers beyond even your reach. That makes things seem a little bit fairer. She leads you on, doing a half pirouette. You're a good dancer. Of course I am. I was the ace of my university dance team. After I left the village, I spent all my time studying. Every Colombian child knows that science and tech are the best way to change your life. I studied to become the top of my class, then went to school in Trimounts where I stayed on top. I spent a lot of effort to blend into modern life. Fashion, gaming, literature, music, dance. I studied etiquette, met a lot of people. For others, these are hobbies, but for me, it was a mission, an exploration, a test. I know it sounds weird, but I asked myself to live life as hard as I could. It's been a long time since I danced, though. With Saria and Kristen? The droplets go around you, the lights of the vivarium cannot penetrate them. They hold fragments of the past, gentle, clear, yet untouchable. The newly renovated lab, mostly empty bottles, Saria and Kristen. And Mulesice, with a disappointed look on her face. The three stare at each other in the middle of the room, like three wooden mannequins. New Year's Eve, not long after Rhine Lab was founded. Everyone was happy. I was the happiest. I met Kristen and Saria shortly before I graduated. Kristen is not your average investor's preferred partner. You know you're in for surprises the moment you see her, and not all of them are going to be pleasant. As for Saria, she just felt steady as a rock. My advisor happened to be involved with a project of theirs, but she wasn't very interested, so she sent me in her stead. I had nothing back then, other than my obsession with living hard. I tried everything and went everywhere. And went nowhere. They helped me get over a period when I was lost between my identities as a graduating student and as an elf. It was just me, Kristen, Saria, Parvis, and Ferdinand at the time. Parvis hid himself upstairs, saying he couldn't stay up all night. Ferdinand left early for other business. Can you believe it? At the end of the day, I couldn't find anyone to dance with. I ended up grabbing Saria and Kristen. None of us knew how to dance in threes. I can still remember the looks on their faces. Rhine Lab is important to you. To be more precise, Saria and Kristen are more important to me. I've always believed that we'll only get where we really want to be if the two of them work together. The music ends. The vivarium is empty, except for Mulesice standing opposite you, calm as a pale fur. You hear the sound of the air circulation system running. The wind on your face feels unusually moist. The scent of plants, the soft earth, you realize that the droplets of water, the music, and the dance really existed. You found my wobbliness, Doctor. Yes, I'm trying to manipulate everyone, including you. But everything I do for myself, the few kin that I have left, so we can breathe, feel the wind, run, travel freely. Make our journey a little less hard. All I've done, I did to keep the few friends I have, so that in this city, I won't be so... That's all I can tell you, all I can promise you. There are a lot of things that you haven't made clear. Should I trust you? And so, help me one more time, Mulesice. Huh? I must find Luke and Williams. Even if I could help you, why do you not ask me to help you and Rosmontus get out of the Tri-Mount safely? We've come too far to turn back now. Saria and Dr. Calzit have reason to get involved, but what about you? Will you get to the bottom of all this, even if the price is a two-front war with the military and Maylander? Not the most logical choice. I want the truth. Are you so interested in Kristen's dream? Alright. We have a deal. Our partnership will go on. Who was that on the phone? A lonely soul searching for companions? Since when have you two become such close friends? We just happened to be going the same way for a while. Same for you. When are you going to leave my lab? The smell of alcohol affects the equipment. That's so cold. Thanks to you and that agent's improvisation, I have a dozen calls to make tonight just to keep you out of jail. Like hell am I doing this sober? You got what you wanted. Is Kristen's price not enough for a businessman like you? Price? Are you reminding me how much I lost to this crazy plan? Then you should have gone to Casimir's. Join the chamber and play with the knights and speculators. Yes, the plan has been lying in my terminal for years. I could make more money and do so in a safer way. But all those great projects, they're about a nation, an era. I want to seize the opportunity before me, to see a future far beyond anyone's wildest dreams rise from my palms. Is that a dream? From a practical person like you? Anyone can dream, especially facing the fickle tides of fate. You put it astutely, going the same way. Look at those scientists. For all the conflicts that they went through, from friend to foe and from foe to friend, they all end up on the same path. They all saw a part of themselves in the least likely of all futures. What about you? A meaningless question. Why do you think I've tolerated your presence for so long? That's why I like the going the same way part, even if it's only temporary. Miss Nasty Lunare, if we still have our life and liberty after tomorrow, will you come with me to the highest point in Trimounts and take a good look at the sky that hasn't changed for thousands of years? All right. Oh, it's just a straight up line up there. Yes. Oh, don't tell me that one's gonna go first. Okay, no, it's gonna wait. Good. Goog. Who's our other tank? Probably Gav. 21, 2, 3, 4. Go, Gav, go. Oh no, ranged. No, we need a healer. We need a healer. No. How's it? Do something. Actually, I might put monster. Ugh. Monster's gonna have to go here. Yeah, if I could get some range, that would be great. What is this? Is it gonna explode if it hits? Okay, no, it just does a lot of damage. Oh no, they're gonna get stronger, aren't they? Oh, that doesn't get blocked. I require more damage. I actually get the sense that these things are weak to magic because they're not taking much damage.
砂は大地を作り変えて作れたら安全支給値に達していますが本気で行くよ
Okay, we need to check out what that unit is. I'm gonna assume magic though.
慌てちゃダメだよ
Bum ba-da-dum 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 bum bum. Yep, magic. Knew it. Ah. Okay. So we're actually gonna get rid of crews here. And let's have a look at our mages. There's gonna be one of these two. I mean, Iris and Indigo I could also use. I don't need to put them to sleep though. Binding them's probably not gonna help me either. Chain might help. Chain might actually be very good.
作戦に出るんですかもう少しだけ準備させてください
I'm also gonna get rid of Fear Meta and bring in Suzerain.
やってみせますせっかくの作戦に出るチャンスです力の限り頑張ります
Does Dorothy do arts damage? What skill is she using? Alright, let's change it to arts.
ドクター
Okay,
今回はどんな景色を
we
見せて
got
くれるのかしら
again.
戦いもオリジニウムのせいなの
前に進むぞ
Get there, Myrtle. Get there and go.
うわ本気で行くよ
We need our Gavi. Give us our Gavi.
他のところはお前らに任せたぜ
Then we need our arts damage dealer. Which we could use Suzerain, I guess. Actually, yeah, you know what? We're gonna use Suzerain.
私たちならできます
Bum, ba-ra-ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-ra-ba-da-dum. Oh, actually, the placement of Gavi. That placement of Gavi is good and bad. Oh, wow, she died instantly. Okay.
うわ本気で行くよ作戦を開始する
Jeez, these ranged units are actually hitting pretty hard. I don't get the attack speed buff by facing her downwards, but I need to be able to hit all lanes here. There we go. We're starting to deal proper damage now. Kazit? Kazit? Oh my god, you're useless, Kazit.
本気で行くよ
Uh-oh.
ドクター安心しな一瞬で終わらせてやるぜトラップを起動した方がいいかしら
The only other arts we've got is a Freet.
今倒れてくれたらそれ以上傷つけ
We need to get Suzerain out again somehow.
私たちならできますはい本気で行くよ
I'm gonna wait till a couple of... Oh.
みんなに約束
see what's happening now. So when they hit this thing, these things speed up. Oh, no, they don't. I don't have it. Oh, wait, he can go on the ground? Oh, he doesn't have the block for it anyway. Oh, okay. So these things are interesting. No, Suzuran, it's fine. Okay. I need to read these guys again. So this is what happens here. Based on move speed. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. We might have to pull Saria out of here. Actually, no, let's pull Enforcer out. I am looking for maybe a Lapland. Maybe a Silver Ash. A Lapland's probably a little bit more reliable on arts damage. Can't be healed. I don't think anyone else does arts. She does arts, I guess. Serta. I'm gonna bring in Lapland. Then we're gonna use Silence more than Calzit. We probably actually don't even need Calzit. She's just in our squad at the moment. Because. Okay. Let's try this. So they don't deal... We need to find a way to slow them down and kill those guys that are doing the big, like, mazy loop thing before they hit the button. Because once they hit that up button, those rockets become super powered. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just going to do a facing down to get the attack speed increase. It's whatever. And then I'm going to place Suzerain here to become just an absolute nightmare, hopefully, for anyone coming around through here. We might have to ult with Gav here if we can't get a healer out. Yep, I'm going to have to ult. Doing that for the damage reduction. Now we can get the healer out. Healer, 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 healer. Thank God. Oh, we can't place monster down in there. Go heal, robot. Robot, do healing. Oh, she finally got it. Nice. Go, 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 Gavi, go! Delete them! Oh, yes, Lapland got a arts damage as well. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, this guy's kind of getting... Do we need Myrtle anymore? No. Oh, actually, we kind of do. Uh-oh. It's gonna flip. We're dead. Oh, we're not dead. Nope. We quickly died after that. That was a mistake. So we have to keep the Myrtle there.
お前のせいで俺様は恥をかいたんだ。
Free. Settle down. Settle. Okay, new plan. We want to get a Freet down. I kind of want to ditch Melanite because Melanite is a little underleveled compared to the rest of our team. But we can't. She is part of the team. Part of the story, part of the team. Although, is she a part of the story? I'm not actually too sure on that. Yeah. Go. I'm gonna speed it up a bit. Saria.
前に進むぞ。
わあ、本気で行くよ。
Gavi.
私が来たんだから慌てんな。リラックスして、リラックス。
Oh, yeah, this is the play, right? Ugh. I hate having to do that, but we have to do it.
本気で行くよ。集中。
Healing. Actually, that was probably a bad place to put silence. Oh, whatever. It's fine. Because now Lappy doesn't get heals either. Blah. No, we're not going to place her down. Even more slows. Who just died? Oh, the healer? What?
私が行こう。
How's it? Please heal. Oh my god. No, we don't. We want Miss Afrit. Yes. Yes, it's perfect. Alright, I'm gonna get Saria's ult out to slow these guys down. Nice. Oh no, more of them spawn? I don't actually think they can get up to the up switch now with a Freet there. I think we can pull back Myrtle now. Yeah, I'm pulling Myrtle back. And I guess we could do this. Oh no, it's gonna go straight through. Hold up. Yes, monster! What a clutch, man. Absolute clutch. Okay, nice. Now we just wait for Monster to get ult, or Calzit to get ult, I guess. And you're dead. God. The Monster ult is disgusting. Oh, by the way, The Calzit figure that's coming out, do you reckon there's going to be an add-on of Monster? There better be, right? I mean, there has to be. I've just seen the Calzit just by herself. Surely they add Monster. Kind of like they added, Scardy's... Wait, what is Scardy again? She's meant to be a killer whale, right? They added her weird killer whale seaborn thing. Alright, Loken. A lot of noise. Another delivery from your engineering director. Final tests will take about 45 minutes. Plenty. My greatest achievement will be complete once this data is transferred. I will retain your research records. I know. Give it to that girl, or Holek, or Hayak, or someone else. I don't care. Being able to finish this research here in my final days almost lets me forget all the regrets in my life. Huh. I still remember how hard it was to accept when you showed this to me for the first time. Oh, he's gone crazy and coughing. The irony. How it scorns every conceited researcher who walked the halls of science for the past few centuries. It laughs in the face of our research, made all it worthless. What is this, Kristen? How are you able to speak of its theories and emerge with such confidence when you've never performed a single experiment? This thing, beyond my understanding. Even more frightening is that all those tales you tell of those black cubes are true. Black cubes. Tell me, Kristen. Tell me. What is this that I'm about to study? That's your job. Where did you find it? How did you gain this knowledge? Don't be so hard on a dying man, Kristen. Who gave you this? God. Have I overestimated you, young genius? Do you believe in ghosts and spirits? Look up to the unknown in awe? No, you're not the kind of woman who would joke about this. You're not foolish or shameless enough for that, or to place your hopes in empty faith. I'll take your word for it. The irony. God. Another month has passed since God bestowed on me this mercy. In this short period of time, I completed more work than I could have imagined. Decades. Even I can't help but wonder. What miracle do you plan to bring to the people on this land? What is it, Kristen? Kristen does not answer. She gazes at the stars outside the window silently, lost in thought. Another half an hour? Bah, I should start thinking about supper. Donut, fried foul beast, hot dog. All of Trimounts is up in arms over this place, but look how carefree the heart of the storm is. Who are you? I want the blueprints and efficiency data for the shaft and the associated facilities now. Sir, that's highly classified. Do you see my clothes? My security pass right here, or do you need to put Blake on the line for you? No, sir. I'll put it together. No need, this terminal right here, turn it on. But sir, this is raw data without visualization. I'm Ferdinand Clooney, Rhine Lab's Director of Energy. I designed the Tri-Mountain energy circulation system. The processor of the terminal in front of you is based on an Originium energy conversion formula named after me. The Clooney formula? You've wasted 2 minutes. Data now. Yes, sir. Seconds pass, then minutes. Ferdinand could almost hear the sounds of military convoys moving through the streets. Blake could find Kristen at any moment. He must hurry. For what? Here and here. Have these data been manipulated? Of course not. All the data are transmitted in real time to the Army's labs. It's more than my life's worth to upload false data.
No one wants to get on the wrong side of the army. It doesn't match. I beg your pardon? The structure of the shaft, the distribution of the pipelines, and the performance of the existing propulsion system. None of them is right. Just discreet enough to avoid notice. Damn. That can't be. You must be mistaken. No, I suppose not. You of all people. Perhaps this is a temporary plan for experimentation and development, and adjustment will be made before the official launch. What's the plan for the official launch? Hammer should be on a mobile plate near the shaft. Kristen stole the entire plate. But the propulsion device is still here. The army has impounded all the launchers that were under construction. Even if she manipulated the data, she couldn't. Not with this propulsion performance. Unless... Get Blake on the line. Huh? Now. This had better be important, Ferdinand, or for you to bother me at a time like this. Listen, Nasty Lunarai is one of Kristen's. The propulsion device that she designed does not have the performance to lift Hammer off the ground. Justin Jr. must have bought out your scientists to cover up Kristen's real goal. They're working together. So you're telling me everyone in Ryan Lab is complicit in Kristen's suspected treason? I'm not. You need to tell me something new. What? If the research you sent me is actually useful, then I'll drag that control of yours from the stolen hammer soon enough. Which is to say, I will soon know how many insurgents there are in Rhine. Then Rhine, is there not anything more important that you want to report? No, sir. Congratulations in advance on your successful mission, Colonel. Close the file. Yes, sir. Is there anything else you need? You have a maintenance aircraft, the kind that can reach Hammer's theoretical ceiling. Yes, we do. I need to borrow it. But didn't you say Hammer wouldn't fly because of propulsion issues? Or can it? You're right, we took our first steps together. What? I mean, you're right. Maybe I was mistaken. I wonder what that means. Strong transmitter reaction. I can feel a lot of it lying ahead. Right in the middle of urban tri-mounts? Yes, sir. The area ahead is sewage treatment and garbage disposal. Very few people live here. You mean Kristen Wright hid Hammer in some other building, right under our nose? Target may have set up jammers in the area. Our guys didn't detect any signals when they passed through. Those egg-hog sons of bitches and their tricks. Did we turn the place upside down? No, that'll take too much time and draw the enemy's attention. Can you locate it? I need to borrow the neural net electricity simulator. Do you know how to use that? I believe Ryan developed it. There's no getting away from you people, is there? Give it to her. Yes, sir. Cranial electricity would trigger resonance in the transmitter inside me. Resonance will also occur in any nearby transmitter, strong enough for your sensors to detect. Go on. I got a reading. It's increasing in strength. Increase output by 10%. Pre-epilepsy symptom. Should I take over? I have mech operating experience and long-range arts unit implants. The transmitter is from Site 359. It's the only one that will work. Proceed. I can take it. We got a stable signal. Coordinates have been synchronized to the officer terminal, sir. Good. We know where Hammer is now. Proceed to the target ASAP. Handkerchief? That you can even see through all that sweat. Thank you. Director Yara, did the soldiers bother you? Oh no, just usual chit-chat. Did you say something? Nothing. The funny thing is, I don't even know anything. I know Kristen like Kristen knows me. I didn't sign on to her adventure and she refused to let me risk my remaining life for her. Control is lucky to have you. Lucky? No, I don't think so, Silence. When I look at Kristen, I don't see the inscrutable dominating control of Ryan. I only see a girl too proud to bow her head. Maybe time stopped 20 years ago for both of us. You mean the day when Control's parents were killed in a flight test accident? It was supposed to be a sunny, cloudless day. Is it regret? Remorse? Is it because I watched them fly to their end because I didn't check their flight plan carefully? Or because I didn't expect the government and capitalists would allow that sensitive little girl to become the target of all the attacks on her parents in order to protect their name? No, it's neither. It was just one failure. Even if it was my only one, it should be nothing for an experienced agent. But I could never forget the look in their eyes. That ball of fire falling from the sky continues to burn in her eyes. It's appeared in my dreams on many a night. I don't want to see it extinguished again. You left the Maylander Foundation because of control. A scientist stops being a scientist when she develops emotional attachment to her test subject, huh? You of all people should understand. I was never a mother, but I have a child. Gamma and Delta squads in position, sir. Everything looks normal with the target building. Scanning for potential hostiles. Wait, is that a Maylander drone? So that's why the goddamned agents didn't show up. They were tracking our aircraft. Why didn't they find out about the plate then? Were they waiting for us to do our job, then pick up the scraps? Maylander's eyes are everywhere. Columbia has changed a lot in the past 20 years. I used to protect people like the Wrights from conspiracy theorists and technophobes. I suppose even the great Maylander can be wrong at times. Look at the mad scientists out there. They're the greatest threat. Message from Maylander, Colonel. They're syncing the drone's data with us. Less than 10 life forms within 10 clicks of the target. We had an elite squad keeping an eye on Kristen before she disappeared. Are you telling me that a bunch of scientists and a few assistants took out an entire squad of commandos? Maybe we went to the wrong place? No. That's not impossible for the control I know. Keep your eyes open. What was that? I think we just hit something, sir. No, sensors aren't picking up anything. It's wind. It's a wall of wind. We can't maintain altitude. Losing altitude 500, 400, 350. Out of my way. Give me the controls. That's the building's outer wall. We're gonna hit it. Oh. First one. What happened? That's the Colonel's aircraft. It fell into the buildings at 10 o'clock. Gamma Squad, to the crash site now. Did the enemy come from the air? We didn't get any warnings from the Maylander drones. No, we've lost all communications. Maylander's eyes all went out at the same time. Second one. Total loss of communications with Maylander. This is Fubar. Isn't their shit supposed to be cutting edge? Large number of hostiles. 10, 11, no more. Ambush, raise the Colonel. There's too many of them. Hold. The Maylander douchebags said they were less than 10. Was the data wrong or did they screw us? It's not the data that's wrong. Colonel, you're safe. Form up. Gamma and Delta, pull back and find cover. Have the power armor assault team move up. Let everyone know we're facing the latest prototype unmanned power armor. Third one. The walls of the room block all screams, but the explosions can be clearly seen on the monitors. Holol Hayek does not look at the screen. Her eyes have not left the book since the first prey stepped into the trap. She swings her tail back and forth in boredom, pressing one button after another, directing the show happening not far from her. Where are you going? To fulfill my final wish. Sneaking out to meet someone again. You'll die out there, and I won't be there to save you. Don't croak before the work is done. Otherwise, you can't take it from me. Not ready for activation yet. Only an ugly death awaits if you rush it. I know. I've heard that enough times. Take it as words of wisdom from a dying man. You're too young to be showing the madness of the impending end. Time does not treat us all fairly. Go, old man, and dream your last dream before death carries you away. Good night. As for me, it's time for me to deal with my last problem. Poor Hayek puts down the book and hooks something from the pile of books with her tail. A metal head. She blows lightly at the head and sees the white vapor pass through the metal shell, then dissipate into thin air without going anywhere. Not every day you get to see... It's not every day you get to see Maylander agents work with commanders. Are you really sure you don't want to come back from the dead, my dear old employer? You'll miss the best parts. Who's the enemy? Only someone with the internal access codes can disable all of Maylander's eyes at the same time. Control has someone from Maylander with her? An elite Maylander agent codenamed Hoel Hayek. She took over the task of monitoring Kristen from me. I wasn't sure if she had turned traitor until now. Hoel Hayek? Yesterday. Hoel Hayek means yesterday. It's unknown whether it's her codename or the one she was born with. Kristen brought her to Rhine Lab 1 year ago, saying she was Rhine Lab's new bibliology consultant. I looked into her background, but found nothing. Maylander had concealed most of her files, of course, but that wasn't much of a problem for me. Not even Maylander knows about her past. It's like she popped into the world yesterday. Her knowledge, her powers, her arts, none of them have anything to do with modern technology. Have you ever heard the legend from the days when the world was just a barren land? She is Liberi. She is Phidia. She rides with the wind and dances with the stars. She is the last elder still blessed by the heavens. Forward. Forward. Stay in formation. Cover the others. Wait, up in the sky. Hostile approaching. Take aim. Oh, flashbang. Energy beam. Wait, how could this be? It won't fire. Are our weapons being attacked? No, the weapon's fine. It's the sky that's being affected. Unknown energy interference in the area. A great force takes hold of him. Even in his metal armor, the soldier feels fragile and helpless, like a naked infant. He waves his limbs futilely, but he could not control his body, or the exoskeleton wrapped around it. He is flung like a plastic toy, smashing into another power armor. Silver green shadows leave the shattered armor. The silhouette approaches slowly in the smoke. Abandoning exoskeleton. Hostile contacts. Support requested. How many hostiles? 1. 1. I'm afraid I'm the only one you're facing. Do you need time to surrender? Damn, she's obviously very powerful. We're almost there. That's the hideout Kristen prepared for Loken. We walked a few hours underground. Where did you get your info, Musais? I befriended a straightforward engineer. Ooh, I've smelled better. Kristen hasn't changed. You could throw her into a garbage dump when she's in the middle of an experiment, and she wouldn't care one bit. Did you know that Saria and I picked all their clothes? Even Saria is more concerned about fashion than she is, and they're fighting. Drat, we don't have time. Time for what? Doctor, Loken is a convict with a few hundred years on his sentence. You want to take Rosmontis to see him? Then you have to beat them to it. How do you plan to explain to the military if they find us together? Rosmontis? What's with the kitten? Is she thinking about something? I think there's something interfering with her thoughts. Keep an eye on her, Doctor. I need to find a way in. Maybe I can use my water to get through the vents, then hack the door circuits. No need to look, Musais. This is... Kristen built a lab inside. Loken. I remember this place. Not in my memory. I've never been in this corridor. But my eyes, ears, mouth, emotions, they all tell me that I've walked a path like it. Welcome home, child. Welcome to the court that I prepared for you.
What's this guy doing?
今回は
What's this guy doing?
業績評価報告に書いてもらえますかね。
Alright, I think that gives us the new silence now as well. So if we back out of here, go into the catalog, grab that, and then grab that. We got the new silence. From past to future.
この先ロドスでの滞在時間はどうしても減ってしまうと思う。だけどロドスとのつながりはますます強くなっていくってことだけは保証するよ。だって私はロドスをあなたを信じているから。
There we go. Now I think she's a healer, right? Hold up, I think we've completed this. Yes, we have. Accept. Nice. Alright. Start investigating. Investigate. Wait, we already did see W5. I guess we have to do it again. Okay, that's fine. What I wanted to do was go in here and grab these. Nice. We got 46 left. We'll leave it for now. Let's go back out. And let's roll 2 times on the banner. Nope, it's a white. Hello, Ansel. Goodbye, Ansel. Oop. Headhunt. Last one for today, at least. Damn it. Okay, we didn't get it. Alright. Oh well. Every roll is closer to getting the roll we want, right? That's the way we should look at it. Let's have a look at this new silence. What are you? You're a special, a support. What do you do? Deals arts damage when skill is active. Attacks instead restore the HP of allies. All allies? Or allies within range? Attack plus 20%. Oh, so it has to be when the skill is active, right? When skill is active, yeah, right. Nope, I want to go here. Nope, not promote. Oh, we don't have any support ones. How could they do this? Okay, I need to farm these. I need to farm a lot of them. I don't think any of these are important. I think they're just telling me they've got modules now. Alright. Jump back in. We can probably do one more chapter / episode / thingy. Oh, nice. That one completed too. 40%. New investigation. Start investigation. Investigate. Oh, okay. Details. So what did we just get? Interview from the past. Okay, we got another interview here. Who is J and who is N? Journalist and Nasty. Okay. Thank you for agreeing to this interview, Miss Nasty. Thanks, Jara. Thank Jara. She put all my other work on hold, leaving you the only thing on my agenda. I just can't fathom why you reporters won't give me a break. It's a historic achievement for a sarcas like you to reach an executive level position in a Colombian tech company, so the public is very interested in you. So should I go rent an enclosure at the zoo to stay in until your curiosity has been satisfied? Miss Nasty, I've met many others like you, and no matter how much you deny it, surely it's as plain as day that nowhere but Colombia would have given you this opportunity in the first place. Let's just get on with it. Excellent. So, you learned architecture while in exile, correct? Oh, and I can already imagine the army of struggling college students resenting you for that. Though your Originium arts are quite unique indeed, I presume your sarcasm sensibilities must have helped a lot. They're nothing compared to other banshees. Does every banshee carry a pen as sleek and modern as yours then? No, this is my own redesign. Incredible.
I think you might just start a new trend. Miss Nasty, you've always been upfront that you grew up in Kazdel. So why did you leave your homeland for Columbia? The Civil War was about to break out and I didn't want to get involved. That's it? That's it? Was there nothing more sentimental behind it? Perhaps you fought with your mother over which side to choose, or a brother's death left you distraught? That's none of your business. Miss Nasty, you may be unused to being on camera, but I would like to remind you that you're currently a figure of public interest. Every oppressed Sarkaz in the country has their eyes on you, and your attitude might very well affect their circumstances. So let's be honest with each other, shall we? Fine. It was neither someone's death nor the looming war on the horizon that made me leave Kazdel. To my knowledge, most Sarkaz are rather belligerent. Why else would you people... why else would you people always be getting into wars, right? Though you personally are anti-war, are you not? No one likes war. Oh, I like this answer. A Sarkaz pacifist. Lastly, I'd like to know, do you think you'll stay on as the director of Ryan Lab's engineering section long term? I don't particularly care for the position. I'm only here because someone promised me a dream. A dream? A muddled dream. Excerpt from an interview transcript from 7 years ago.
Okay. The Nasty has been promised something, which is slowly coming to fruition now. Grants permission to enter the secret zone. The mechanisms within seem to work differently. What? What? Okay. Stage not unlocked yet. Unknown area. Investigate. Okay, sure. Alright, CW6. This is the last chapter we'll do tonight. And then we'll hit it up again probably on the weekend sometime. Maybe bring it to a close. I'm not actually sure how many chapters this is. They're usually like around the 8-9-ish mark. Usually. So we'll see. But here we go. Gathering of Heroes. She stands tall at the edge of the passage as the land moves slowly away. That sounds like something gets launched. Oh. Okay, and we've got two places to protect. Okay. Is this just going to go straight into the mission? No. Okay. We have story.
The flowers. They're so beautiful. Have you come to see me again? I don't know today's flowers. Can you teach me how to spell them?
Oh, no. Is this Rosmontis? No, it is. Ah!
Of course, Narcissa. What do you want to do after you learn it? I want to put these petals in my picture book, just like I used to. Mom loved flowers. Dad knew a lot about plants, just like you. They're not around anymore, but I want to record these new flowers and tell them about them when I visit their graves. You'll bring me there, right? It's almost April. Narcissa, my child, you're always the strong one. Leave the flowers on the table. I'll teach you writing once I'm done with my work. It smells good. What's for dinner? Why did you come over here? Sit down over there. We're having your favorite potato soup. I'm hungry. Can you cut quicker? Do you want to help out? No need to be scared. I'll hold your hand. Like this? Hold on. You'll do even better in the future. The future? Will I grow up to be as tall and strong like you? Become a great scientist? No. You'll be greater than I am. Much greater. Does the wound on the back of your head still hurt? Not anymore. My brothers gave me lots of sweets. They say that one sweet before going to bed helps with the pain. It makes me dream of cotton candy. Good girl. You can have them once you've had dinner. Then there's a place I want to take you to. Over at the corridor? The place my brothers went yesterday? They said there's a nice garden there, just like those in the storybooks. And that's the place you get your flowers. Yes. Those who pass through its doors are blessed by fate. At the end of the corridor is... Rosmontes! Rosmontes! I can't get the door open. Any ideas? Mulesice, we need to go. Rosmontes! Don't go. Not alone. Rosmontes. Who is Rosmontes? Who is Narcissa? Unless it's Narcissa? I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Welcome. You're waiting for me. Always have been. Where are the doctor? Where are the others? Where they were. This court does not need an audience. Court? This a court? Who's on trial? I, Loken Williams. I am both accused and accuser. In these last moments before fate devours me, I implore you to witness my life. Here and now I confess to all my crimes. Greed. Yes, my teacher reproached me. He chided me for my recklessness and admonished my extraction of infected organs from the dying as being both illegal and immoral. He said my actions did not help patients, only accelerated their deaths. They were already dying. Their consciousnesses had already passed over to the other side. I did not intend to cause any more pain, nor did I change their fate. But my teacher did not agree. He and his teacher pronounced my death sentence in academia, in a private trial with no justice to speak of. They refused to admit that greed is a virtue for a scientist. A small town boy's biology education is limited to delivering bird and beast calves, unless he musters the courage to dissect the newborn calf in the middle of the night. Ow. The thirst for knowledge was enough to overcome his empathy. He needed to seize every opportunity to climb, to continue on the path of exploration. Cowardice. I have not often been found wanting of courage, but there was one thing that I yielded to. Maylander banned me after my teacher reported me, a mark of shame that shut me out of all universities and government-sponsored research institutions. It was the cruelest punishment you could inflict on a scientist in his prime. They stripped me of my right to research. It was akin to murder of the soul. I began drowning myself in drink. For 1 year and 10 months I forced myself to face my trembling hands, so that I could forget the pain of not being able to hold a scalpel. That was when they found me. They, the shameless rascals. The Department of Defense. They funded Loken Water Tank. Oh, that's his last name? I thought it was something else. In return, I was to develop the most powerful weapon for them in 5 years. Science is neutral, pure and free. Practical value, especially in terms of weaponization, can only be a burden for science. I did not want to contribute my research for them, but they knew what my weakness was. Knowledge is expensive. Instruments, equipment, materials, down to the bricks that make up the laboratory. It all takes money. Building the lab of my dreams costs more than building a skyscraper in the middle of Tri-Mounts. I had to admit my weakness and prostrate myself before their power. How pathetic. Is this notion any less so? They have allowed barbaric power to control the lifeline of science. There is no one more short-sighted than the soldier. They are at the helm of science. Yet, they know not how to use such precious knowledge except to kill their own kind. Folly. Yes, folly. The most unforgivable crime that a scientist can commit. The foolish soldiers are easy to deceive. Getting subcutaneous arts units, the result of billions in investment, was enough to satisfy them. But I was too busy, too obsessed with my research, to realize the weakness and ambition of those around me. A foolish student of mine handed part of my experiment data to the Department of Defense. They learned what Loken Water Tank was really researching and were eager to see results, even threatening to take direct control. How could I allow them to steal my dream when I was so close to finishing my masterpiece? You took a risk. You failed. You lost everything. Narcissa destroyed your lab. That wasn't so bad. But then Maylander came again. They took Narcissa, robbed you of your dream again. You were like a walking corpse. The Department of Defense confiscated the scraps, then wanted you to repay the billions of investment. You could not repay it, and you refused to work with them anymore. So you were thrown into prison, like a piece of rotting meat that no one paid any further attention to. That was my greatest crime. Failure. Now, my final and greatest failure stands before me. Narcissa. The only flower in my garden that has not been trampled into the mud. Broken, but still beautiful. Look at me. Look at the Locan Williams who raised you, educated you, oppressed you, tormented you. You witnessed me inches away from the summit and witnessed my fall from grace into the abyss. Now I invite you, child, to be the stick that measures my pain, my regrets, my crimes. You are the only one fit to do so. Push forward. Area suppressed. Gamma and Delta. No more reinforcing power armors. Excellent. Continue the attack and prepare to breach the building. Ah! Not so fast. Colonel, should I start with you? Will killing you buy me more time? You, traitor. Traitor. We have always been enemies. Who have I betrayed? Ugh. How fragile. Should I have done this a long time ago? You almost killed our beloved Vice President. Maybe I can exchange your head for a pardon. All units, attack. You want to be a martyr. Perhaps I should oblige. Oh, there you are, hero. Oh, Saria. The military and Maylander have this building surrounded. You can't win. Win? It's not victory that I'm looking for. It's a chance. Same for Kristen. No chance is worth so many lives, including your own. You think so? Compared to my knowledge, my own life has always been insignificant. I've seen so much history, but to time, I'm hardly even a passing breeze. That's my life. My poor, boring life. A tiny little bit of time for the chance to touch eternal knowledge, even for an instant. How can it not be worth it? You're even fascinated by death. Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious. I know thousands of ways to die, over hundreds, thousands of years of history, but I only get to die once. Period, full stop, standing between accumulated memories and the possibilities of the future. How does it feel? You'll find out. Pure, unordained power. There was no enamel blade growth. Saria simply focused all their strength on her hand. There was no Originium arts involved. That is why the fist was able to penetrate the distorted air. What? Oh dear, looks like I've lost. I guess that's it, Saria. Kill me here and make it quick. Or maybe not so quick. I should savor the moment. I only get one chance after all. You mad woman. What about you? Did you think yourself a creature of reason in all that you do? You wanted to prevent disaster in the most efficient manner. You're standing at the door. Why don't you work with the military? They tend to make things... Oh, wait, no, this is Saria. They tend to make things worse. What about Maylander? They have been your firm allies for the past 5 years. You made the decision to work with the military. Oh, and the adorable little Liberry. The little brown bird so full of morality and empathy. I saw her in one of the military aircraft. I didn't know you had that expression in you. Your hands are growing weaker. Everything is going out of control, even your own heart. Is that not a strange feeling to a woman like you? Your taunts are meaningless. Poor Saria. That's not what your eyes, your hands, every inch of your body is saying. Are you sure you don't want to run over to the lab there right this instant? It may already be too late. You. In an instant, Ho'oheliak is standing on top of a half-collapsed wall. A few more leaps and she is gone from the battlefield. The door to the lab is broken. How could it be? Loken. Well, time is almost up anyway. Might as well call it a day. Oh. You're Loken. You came to the orphanage every Friday evening. You brought different flowers each time. Your clothes always had a strong smell to them. The smell of swimming pools and freshly painted fences.
Chemical smell.
I didn't really mind that smell. I wanted to tell you that you didn't need to hide it with flowers. But I didn't say anything because I liked your flowers. I liked the stories of plants that you told. It reminded me of Dad. Good, good. Your memories are coming back. Yes, I'm remembering.
Ugh, is this a good thing or a bad thing that she's remembering?
You used to be very nice to me. Then you became very mean. I'm sorry, child. I'm sorry. I promised you I wanted to give you a happy future. You and your brothers should have been the perfect life forms. You would have redefined Originium arts, freed yourselves from the shackles of talent, the plague of oropathy. Yes, you. No. We should have conquered fate itself together. Why? Why couldn't I do it? I ruined us both. Why are you crying? Tears falling on the hand, salty, painful. I have seen you cry before. That day. No. I don't want to remember. I don't want you in my memories. It's painful to forget, but even more painful to remember you. Don't forget. Remember me. Please remember me. Remember the criminal. Filled with guilt, filled with pain. No, no. My brothers. Why? 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 My memories are coming back. My head hurts. Cold. Grab me. Grab my neck. Clutch it in your hands. Do you feel the pulsating veins? The blood is warm. You won't be cold anymore. Blood? How could it be warm? It's colder than ice, more suffocating than water. It's you. It's all you. You took my life and my brothers away. You turned me into a monster. A weapon. A destroyer. Then kill me. Destroy my broken body. Crush my guilty soul for all that you've lost. Kill you? Will all the crimes disappear if I kill you? The lives that people should have lived won't be taken away again. They can be with the ones they love? I can't lie to you anymore, but at least I deserve it. Time is short. We'll have company soon. I'll go to them. I won't let anyone stand in the way of what's right.
I do.
Doctor, the army men are coming. We need to go deeper. Hurry. Don't leave Rismontis. Old Loken's locked the door. This building is like a maze. It's got Nasty's handprints all over it. We've been at it for a while now, but we still have no clue where they are. I'm concerned about the kitten, but I doubt an old sickly scientist like Loken could do anything to her.
He wants to incite Rosmontus's rage, yeah. Then have Rosmontus kill him. That's his gift.
Huh? Did he finally go off the deep end? They say being in prison too long makes you go crazy, but, well, I'm not sure I should stay it, but the kitten has a reason to be angry after Loken did all that to her, doesn't she? I was angry when I saw Iffy's experiment logs. Angry enough that I wanted to flood those ruins 6 feet deep. Loken would be getting what he deserved, just assuming that Rosmontus really had vengeance on her mind. I'm not sure I'm really in a position to stop her.
I just want Rosmontus to do what she wants. I want to find her. I want to be with my family.
Then we'd better hurry. Eek! That was close. We almost got roasted together. Army power armors, get inside. Doctor, we have to... Over here. Am I starting to hear things? Why do I feel like I just heard Iffy's voice? Come with me. What's wrong with you? Step on it. The FNG or something. Your FNG? It's sounding more and more like... Target, 3 o'clock. Ah! So that's how it works. It's so complicated. I'd rather use my fire. The freak? The power armor convulses a few times before you. Then a fiery red girl leaps out in a shower of sparks. Doctor, Mumu, you're both here. You can drive a mech? It's a piece of cake for a genius like me. Alright, well, Saria modified it, so she's the genius. Ask her the details. She's close. Saria's here too? Yeah, if only she would let me do stuff myself. But why don't you look happy, Mumu? It's not that. Wait, that's the way Rosmontus went. The power armor went there.
Wait, is Saria trying to get to the doctor?
Go, go, go. Hostile contact. It's a young girl. Sensors indicate the presence of an elderly male further in. Should we wait?
Or...
Giant floating weapons? High threat target identified. Attack.
Oh, you guys are just gonna get completely demolished.
You're a soldier. Cold out of shell. No warmth, no emotion. Are you fighting bad people? Do you stand with the people who have been hurt? Possible unidentified high threat test subject. Requesting permission to engage.
Oh, you just got cut by something.
No, you don't have your own will. You don't think about right and wrong before you act, do you? Then you're just a puppet on strings. Go away, or I'll destroy you too.
Two? Does that mean she killed the scientist? Uh-oh. Kind of sounded like she said shitposter, not gonna lie. Alright, give me Saria now. Boom. Whoa, what is that? Attack steal arts damage. Loses HP proportional to distance moved when shifted. Oh. I don't have anything that can shift at the moment though. I am just going to put Gavi over here just in case something comes through. We do know something with a little bit more damage. Like you. Lapland. Oh, Lapland does no damage. Okay, this guy's weak to arts then. Oh, we need healing. Heal, 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 heal. More healing, more healing, more healing, more healing. What the hell is that? Even more healing. Okay, this is dealing a lot of damage and not taking a lot of damage. I might not need monster. I think I am gonna need monster though. Which way does this guy go? Oh, he does do a circuit. Okay. Goog. Rosmontus. Destroy. Oh, this thing's weak to magic as well. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to get rid of some of our AD peoples. Oh my god, the lasering is dealing a lot of damage, not gonna lie. Oh, I can put the healing machine over here though. Okay, so that's where silence is actually kind of sick. I've not used silence much before, but that ability to heal characters that are like nowhere near your healer is very nice. After this, I'm going to retire Myrtle. Whoop. And... And then just place bombs everywhere. I'm just watching. This thing is dealing quite a bit of damage. Oh, it doesn't get stunned up. Interesting. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, it's just this guy left. Bam. And the bombs are AP too. Beautiful. Beautiful. Cut the potato open and put it into the water piece by piece. Skulls are much harder to cut. What? Tear. The softest tissues in the human body are like cotton candy, easily scattered by a gloved hand. Crush. Flowers are crushed in the trembling palm, the juices sticking to the skin, dripping onto new leather shoes. Scream. The instruments sever the nerves so quickly that it can take a life without its owner noticing, just like the use of anesthetics. Cry. My dead brothers cry on the operating table. Why were they the ones who had to be killed? Oh fuck, this is Rosmontus. Why was I the one who was made to live? No, no. And they're not dead yet. They're behind me, hammering and crying. There was never a garden. There was only cruel imprisonment and cutting, the cage that treated our lives like toys. They want to destroy the cage, as do I. The lab walls are being torn apart. They're made of advanced reinforced materials. How will they be sliced apart like potatoes? Oh my god, of course she says potatoes. God damn it. That's what I was most afraid of. The ground is being peeled like an apple. We'll be crushed into a pulp. Someone needs to stop her. Amia could calm her down, but she's not here. You don't mean you're going by yourself, do you? Did you see how she shredded that power armor like paper?
You're just a regular human. You are human, right? True blue flesh and blood. Then I won't leave Rosmontis behind. I'll go. Afraid? This is no time for jokes, Iffy. The Diablo within you, well, your power is plenty dangerous too. Don't tell me you mean to... No. I won't use its power. I'll do it myself. It's a promise between me and Rosmontis. Requesting support. The communicator, it's crushed. What the heck are... Don't. What? I know what you want to say. Don't say it. She's my friend, my good friend. We're more than friends. We work together and fight together. Rosmontis. I'll destroy everything that's not right. A lab like this? It should never have existed. I get it. Damned lab coats, damned labs. All those damned things that tormented us should have been burned to ashes a long time ago. Of course we have the right to be angry, to yell, to destroy it all. But we don't have to do it. Why? Are you going to stand in the way of what's right? You're tough, but it'll take more than that to stop me. I won't let you become like Daria, Rosmontis. We promised each other the city together, to see the city together, and go back to Rhodes Island together. I don't want to admit it, but you've always been better than I am. You're an elite operator, and you've done so many amazing things. Think of Amia. Think of Blaze, the big cat. Think of the doctor. They have soft palms, their clothes smell clean, and they hug like warm blankets. Blankets? There are people who love us. Life isn't fair, but after all the scum we had to put up with, we still ended up meeting some really good people. Silence's stories always have a happy ending. I know she made up a bunch of them. Saria always strict about my homework, but she helps me up when I fall down. Don't destroy these memories. You can stop now, Rosmontis. Stop. Ifrit. The vibrations weaken. Ifrit grabs Rosmontis' hand. Yes, Ifrit. You remember me? No way you could forget. You didn't find out I ate those cookies you hid yet. Yes, I think you're right. It wasn't the doctor who ate the cookies. Should correct the terminal entry. You look like you're hurting. Why are you laughing? I want to laugh. You didn't lose control, right? Even the doctor was worried about it. But you just wanted to do what you wanted to do in your own way. Yeah. It's okay. Saria's worried that I'll lose control too. Not a lack of trust, they just worry too much. As for the bad guys, the power they planted in us, the scars they left behind, none of that can control us. We're the ones who can. We're the only ones who can. We can turn the tables and laugh in their faces. Like this? Yes. Lift the corners of your mouth, find that Loken, and tell him he's nothing to you. Loken. Alright, I'll find him. I know what to say now. Things have calmed down. Ifrit did it. She calmed Rosmontis down. Talk about a close one. Rosmontis' arts left cracks in the walls around you. The walls of the maze have been destroyed, revealing a hallway deeper into the building. What is that room for, Mulsice? Huh? Your vivarium. Why is there a vivarium in Hammer? Kristen remembered. And in the deepest reaches, sarcophagus. What? You are sure you saw the sarcophagus? What? It is unmistakable. It is the starting point of all memories you have. Even the dizziness is exactly the same. What does Kristen need the sarcophagus for? Does she want to destroy herself? Mulsais. Mulsais does not answer. You reach out and touch nothing. She disappears. Of course she does. There's only a small splash, the reflection of bubbles. The real Mulsais stands at the heart of the vivarium. You're leaving us. Doctor, I promised to take you and Resmontus to see Loken. Our cooperation is over, now that its goal is complete. You can't go any further. We say goodbye here. You planned this from the beginning. That's how you got the address. No? I lied again. I really am evil, aren't I? That hard head, nasty. I told her I made my choice when I really hadn't. I only just now made it. The moment I saw this vivarium. I'm sorry. I come only to confirm one thing. Yes, this is where my dreams are. The vivarium and the future it carries. This is my dream. It's the answer for me and my people. Kristen promised to take it with her. She didn't lie to me, she just didn't tell me. Maybe she got tired of my cloaks and daggers, how a part of me never seems to be there. Maybe she never stopped believing in the trust between us. She really did it. So I should keep my promise. Tell Saria I'm sorry. The water pushes you away. It is soft but irresistible. You return to the outer hallway, the lab doors closing before you. The water disappears, leaving no trace behind. Your hand is empty yet again, but this is no longer just an intermission in the middle of a dance. It's time. Can I go now? The deal is done. You can leave at any time. You promised me. You'll find it on your terminal. Is this the entirety of Loken's research? Oh, there's another address, a blurred one. It looks familiar. You've really done a lot under Maylander's nose. I'm starting to actually respect you. What a shame. What's that? You won't see the sky that you should have gotten to see. The stars. My people have played with them long enough. I've given you all the information I should. Do you really think those twisted spots of light are worth looking at? No, not the sky we see today. Its true aspect in the future. Enough. I know about your great plans, but that future doesn't belong to me. As long as your data is legit, I'll be able to fulfill my ancestors' dream and recover my true power. The power that you desire could not even overcome time. You understand that it could be machines that fly the skies of the future, or other evolving life forms. But not a shadow from 10,000 years ago. Are you mocking me? Mocking my blood, my memory, my destiny? You... sacrificing your entire race just to return to the past. Is it really worth it? Whatever. I've got what I wanted. Let's say goodbye in peace. Holohayuk jumps down the monitoring platform. She does not turn around to look at Kristen. She does not want Kristen to see the look on her face. What is the look on her face? Ow! You! We meet again. They are silent for a moment. Past and future pass by each other without making contact. Past and future? She's past, right? How is Mulesai's future? Ah. 5 minutes. 5 minutes? 5 minutes of what? Oh, silence? Can't get the door open. Here. Huh? It's the weapon you lent me. Not lent, gave. It's yours. You just need practice. Practice, eh? You're free once you get out from here. The agents and soldiers are too busy to bother. They've found Hammer and achieved their goal. They won't bother you anymore. Run to Tri-Mounts. There you'll still be Researcher Silence. You want to go in the most dangerous direction, don't you? You put your life in danger. You may never be able to escape Maylander's gaze ever again. It'll be a struggle of a lifetime. You may lose some things forever. Freedom, the life you know, the trust of your family and friends, the right to live under the sun, and yourself. Are you sure you want a life like that? I don't know. I haven't seen the problem resolved with my own eyes. I don't want to give up halfway. You're a talented scholar, a good doctor. Have you made up your mind to become a warrior? Maybe I'll never be a warrior, but I'll grasp the weapon you gave me tight if necessary. Very well, child. Go forth with my blessing. Thank you, Director Yara. By the way, Control, Kristen, could be just ahead. Don't you want to see her?
Do I? Of course I do.
But I doubt I can catch her.
Yara gazes at the laboratory. Then she turns her gaze towards the sky. You got it yet? Not yet. Keep going. The core of Hammer should be in here. And Kristen. She couldn't have escaped right under our noses. 3 minutes. It's a countdown. Uh-oh.
Freet. Saria, did you find a way in?
Not yet.
This place is weird. Even after Osmontes crushed most of the outer wall like a cookie, it's not revealing any of the stuff inside. Not a complete building.
What?
You're right, Afreet. Not a lab. She installed her parents' propulsion device on. How could it be? No, how did I not think of it until now? Saria, where are you going? If I break the wall, you must have expected me. It's pointless. Then what has a point? You can't change anything. Would we be too late? No. I have to. Have to what? Saria? Silence? You need to get out of here. It could be... No. Saria, I didn't come here to listen to you talk like that. I know how far a scientist would go for her dream. I know that feeling of rapture, which is why I know the strength it takes to fight it with morality. You've long been seeking a balance between science and order. You do well, perhaps too well. Your order is falling apart, but if you're willing to let balance go, perhaps you'll find your roots amidst the chaos. Find my roots. I believe you can. We have all things to do. Let's part here. I can tell you now, Saria, how much I looked up to you. How much I wanted to walk by your side.
One minute.
Well, there goes a rare friend. How do you plan on making it up to me, Kristen?
30 seconds.
Narcissa, you've returned. Are you ready to pronounce judgment? Yes, I want to kill you. Not for revenge. I hate you, but Amir and the doctor both say that revenge won't bring back the ones I love. Not for destruction. You want to use me to destroy you. I won't. I'm not your weapon. You're just a criminal. You're nothing to me. I'll do what the law and prison could not do. I hereby sentence you to death. Good, good. How does that song go again? Country roads, take me home. To the place I belong. Soon. Very soon. Severe tremors shake the earth, like something very strong and resilient is about to break. You gaze at the rising inner corridor and see a figure through the windows. Oh shit, we see Kristen? Kristen. A name that has been on many lips these days. Lunatic, genius, foe, friend. Or perhaps a dreamer who does not belong to this time. You see her with your own eyes for the first time. She continues to look up at the sky as though the blank emptiness is the only thing she should care about. What is going on? A familiar silhouette appears. Monster. Oh, Kazit, let's go, let's rumble. It unfolds in an instant, grabbing your shoulders lightly with sharp claws, the massive figure covering you fully. Then, an even more massive shadow rises behind Monster. Hammer. Now you can see that the mysterious ring corridor and Mulesice's vivarium are both part of Hammer. Maylander and the military fought over it, then made peace over it, but no one could have predicted that it would reveal itself in this way. The bright flames of the thrusters feel blinding. The blast throws you off your feet. If not for Calzit and Monster, you would have been cast to the winds, like those around you, and the broken remains of the lab. Calzit? Hang on, Doctor. I saw the sarcophagus. We were so close to the truth. I know. The figure in the air cast her gaze at you. No, not at you. The dark monster that is protecting you. Kristen moves her lips seemingly inquiringly. You hear Calzit repeat her answer to you. I know. What? I'm so confused. Okay. A tutorial this late? What? What is this? Okay. Interesting. Okay. But we are going to stop there. But there are some curious things I'm noticing with this story. And particularly the sarcophagus and what I've been seeing in Enfield. So in Enfield, we've been hearing that the administrator, your character, the MC, goes into a sarcophagus V2, between events that they're needed, right? This thing is going up with a sarcophagus. Why? Why is it going up with a sarcophagus? I really want to find that out, and I'm hoping this tells us why it's there. Also, interesting, Mulesice, as soon as she saw the vivarium, she's just like, oh no, fuck this, I'm going. That's very interesting. I wonder why. I'm very curious why she wants to go up there. I wonder if it's because she wants to discover somewhere where the elves can live where there is no originium. That might be why. I can't think of any other reason why she would want to. And the fact that they put a whole vivarium there that's launching, that's kind of insane. That means she's going to be there for a long time and studying. So it sounds like they're going to space and staying there for a very long time. Very interesting. Oh well, I guess we'll have to find out more of that during the weekend that is to come. Let me grab these. And yeah. I imagine... I'm not sure how many episodes / chapters there are in this. But like I said before, there's usually 8 or 9. That's usually where it ends. But this might go longer because there seems to be a much more significant story arc going on here that's like tying not only a couple of things together in this universe but also Enfield as well. But no, yeah, that is us done for today. Actually, let's keep the music. That's us done.
I will be streaming, obviously, this. Probably the last portion. It's probably going to be one more stream, I imagine. I don't see it going much longer because we're literally launching in the story at the moment. But then we'll come back on the 14th or the 11th to do the Lingering of the Past. And then on the 21st to do the Pursuing of the Present. Yeah, we got still a lot of content to go in this this event. Plus, while I'm offline, I am going to be grinding to get the modules, the support modules that we need for Silence Altar, and we're going to level her up and get her in the squad because I kind of want to get all the people I can that are part of this story in the squad itself. But yeah, no, it's been good. I've been really liking this story. I also need to find time to go back and read the Rosemontis Archives stories section because I really want to find out what the hell happened there. Also, tied onto that, also kind of want to go and look at the Ifrit one. But Ifrit has her own stories, right? She has her own like side story. So I might be able to go into the archives and unlock that and play that later as well. Because I'm very curious what happened to Ifrit and the Diabolus stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of things like just gelling together right now in this story arc. It's very nice. I like it. Very cool. But yeah, that is me for tonight. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night or day or whatever it is in your area of the world. And then I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.